Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the rubber match of a three-game series between the Grizzlies and the Wichita Thunder. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the seventh and final game of the homestand. It's the last of a three-game series, and there's a lot on the line for the Grizzlies tonight. One that can win tonight and win 2 out of 3 games in this series. And it's also the seventh and final game of the homestand, and a victory will clinch a winning homestand as Utah is 3-3 on the young season. On Wednesday night, the Wichita Thunder got an outstanding performance from Trevor Gorsuch as he stopped 29 of 31, and they also got 1 goal and 1 assist from Connor McEachern and Peter Bates as the Thunder won 4-2. Gorsuch will be in net for Wichita again tonight. He did not play last night. One big factor for the Grizzlies, they performed well in the third periods. The Grizzlies overcame a 4-2 deficit last night. We'll talk about last night's game in a little bit. But the big star in the third period has been Jordan Martell, the Rooster. He had 1 goal and 1 assist in the third period on Wednesday as the Grizzlies tried to climb back from a 3-0 deficit. And last night, when the Grizzlies were down 4-2, Martell contributed to all 3 of Utah's third period goals. He got a power play tally 31 seconds into the third period, and then he set up Brandon Cutler twice, once for the game-tying goal, and then the game winner 14 and a half minutes into the third period to make it a 5-4 game, and that's where the Grizzlies held on for the victory. The game winner was 14-19 into the third. Brandon Cutler obviously was the number 1 star of the night with the game-tying and game-winning goals, and Garrett Metcalf was solid in the second half of the game, stopping 27 of 31. It's interesting to note, in 5 of the first 6 games of the regular season, the Grizzlies have been outshot, which isn't normal for the Grizzlies, especially when they play a team like the Wichita Thunder. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. It's Veterans Day, and happy Veterans Day to everybody out there. As Grizzlies, I think, have a few things planned. They're playing, I don't know if this is a military-themed song, if it's From Sea to Shining Sea. It's being sung, being played right now. And it looks like we got a good crowd filing in here to Maverik Center. So if you're in the West Valley area, come on down and enjoy some Grizzlies hockey with us. If not, we got the game right here on Flow Sports and audio coverage on YouTube. Yes, I know what YouTube's known for, but we'll try to paint a picture for you as the Grizzlies take on the Thunder for the third of 4 season meetings between the clubs. And this is the last time the Thunder will be at Maverik Center during the regular season. When we come back, we'll recap last night's thrilling 5-4 victory, and we'll also talk about the importance of Brandon Cutler and Jordan Martell and how significant they were to last night's win. We're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverik Center as the Grizzlies take on the Wichita Thunder, the last of a 3-game series. On Wednesday night, it was Wichita winning 4-2 as Trevor Gorsuch stopped 29 of 31. Last night, Grizzlies bounced back, but Wichita dominated the first half of the game. They scored first on a power play goal with about 2.5 minutes left in the first period that was scored by Braden Watts, who's one of the best scorers in the league. Nathan Burke, who's been outstanding for the Grizzlies. He's got 5 points in his last 4 games, 3 goals, 1 assist. He tied it up 19-01 into the first period as he roofed one over Beck Warm's shoulder. And the score was tied at 1 after 20 minutes of play. Wichita, in the first segment of the second period, scored 3 goals. Jay Dickman gave the Thunder a 2-1 lead. He scored 31 seconds into the second period. And then Peter Bates found the back of the net twice. And when he scored on a breakaway a little bit more than 7 minutes into the second period, it made it a 4-1 game. And Grizzlies needed to find a way to get momentum. Well, exactly 13 minutes into the second period, McMessner fired a backhand shot that was redirected by Tyler Penner and ended up in the back of the net. That cut into the Wichita lead 4-2. And then the third period, it was really the Grizzlies' top forward line that dominated the action. And in particular, Jordan Martell, Brandon Cutler, and Dakota Raby. And if we're talking about a momentum-changing type of play, you probably look at the power play the Grizzlies got as Wichita committed a tripping penalty exactly 5 seconds into the third period. Well, Martell scored 31 seconds into the frame, 26 seconds into the power play, and the Grizzlies were able to, a couple minutes later, get that tying goal that Cutler scored 2:45 in on a pass from Martell, and it stayed a 4-4 game for a while, and then Martell found Cutler again. Martell was in the right wing, centered it to Cutler, and Cutler was wide open and fired it to essentially an empty net. And that was 14-19 into the third, and the Grizzlies cruised to victory from there on out. We mentioned how hot Cutler and Martell has been, but Nathan Burke's also been pretty good. He scored that late first period goal. He's got 5 points in his last 4 games, and he's going to be instrumental for the Grizzlies here tonight. I'm also curious to see what Brett Stapley does here in his second game in a Grizzlies uniform. He made his Utah debut last night, and he picked up an assist on the Martell power play goal 31 seconds into the third period. Stapley's about a point-a-game guy in this league. That was certainly the case last year when he played with Trois Rivières in his second season as a pro. He had an outstanding college career. You talk about the University of Denver winning the 2022 Frozen Four, and Stapley was certainly instrumental in that. He had an outstanding season. He was one of the best scorers in college hockey that year. So watch out for Brett Stapley tonight. He'll be paired up with Nathan Burke and Cole Gallant this evening. And it's also interesting to see that third line tonight with Mick Messner, Tyler Penner, and Dylan Fitz. And speaking of Penner, he scored his first goal of the season last night, and it turned out to be his 26th in a Utah uniform. And it was a milestone of sorts last night because it was his 150th consecutive game in a Grizzlies uniform. He played in all 72 games in the 2021-22 season. And that year, where the Grizzlies won the division championship, Penner led all forwards in plus-minus. Now, last year, he was a consistent force, scoring 12 goals in 72 games, and obviously scored last night, redirecting the McMessner shot. And so Tyler Penner tonight making his 151st consecutive appearances. Obviously, he'll be in the Grizzlies lineup, and it'll be interesting to see what he does there. Same 6 defensemen as we had last night. As Cade Jensen still nursing an injury. And Gianni Fairbrother, who started the season with the Grizzlies, and he was picking up a few assists. Fairbrother was sent to the AHL's Colorado Eagles, and he's currently in an Eagles uniform. And we'll give you the lineups here shortly, as I think the defensive unit's going to come up big here tonight, and they're certainly going to need to against a Wichita team that's got a pretty good top forward line. Last night, Mikkel Stenell was serving a 1-game suspension. He's one of Wichita's best forwards, and he'll be back in the lineup here this evening. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups for both teams. We're in business on a Saturday night. Face-off in about 11 minutes from now, as we're about the top of the hour. Grizzlies and the Thunder coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. We'll be back after this word from Infinity 56. back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face off a little bit more than 10 minutes from now. Let's get to the lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Wichita Thunder, who are led by Bruce Ramsey. His assistant is John Gerskis. The Thunder are 4-6-1 this season. They are just 1-5-1 away from Intrust Bank Arena. Starting in net is Trevor Gorsuch. He was the number one star on Wednesday night, where he stopped 29 of 31 and made some spectacular highlight-type saves, especially in the third period on a couple of occasions. He is 6'2" and 220 pounds to be making his seventh appearance this season. Gorsuch has a record of 2-2-1 with a 3.45 goals against average and 911 save percentage. Starting defensive pairing is Wichita is rolling with 9 forwards and 7 defensemen. They're rolling with just 16 skaters tonight. Starting defensive pairing is a pretty big one. 6'5", 220 pounds, Jeremy Masella, who's got 1 goal and 1 assist in 10 games. He's one starting defenseman. He's paired up with Roman Kinal, Kinal. He's wearing number 4. He is 6'2", 190 pounds, 2 goals in 11 games. Starting forwards, certainly look. The forwards that are starting for Wichita certainly have looked good in this series. Peter Bates has probably been public enemy number 1 in Grizzlies fans' eyes this series. He had 1 goal and 1 assist on Wednesday, and he had 2 big goals in the second period last night. Bates is wearing number 12. He's got 6 goals and 6 assists in 11 games. Mikkel Stenell is back after serving a 1-game suspension. He'll be wearing number 22. He has 4 goals and 3 assists in 10 games. Jason Pinio, number 34, will also be in there as well. He got in a fight with Brandon Cutler last night. Pinio, in 11 games, has 1 goal and 3 assists. So that's the starters for Wichita, Masella, and Canal. The defensive pairing, starting forwards Peter Bates, Mikkel Stenell, and Jason Pinio. Also watch out for Wichita's captain, Braden Watts, one of the best scorers in the league. He scored a power play goal in the first period last night. And, he's got 4 goals and 12 assists in 11 games. So he's more than a point a game, and he was outstanding last year for Wichita as well. So watch out for him. He'll be wearing number 29, and he's got the captain's seat for the Thunder this season. Now for the homestanding Utah Grizzlies, who've got a record of 3-3. The Grizzlies are the only team in the league who have yet to play a road game. They are led by Ryan Kanasowicz, but he's out once again. He's back in Canada with a family emergency. And the acting head coach tonight is assistant coach Christian Horn. Horn was actually a teammate of Wichita goaltender Trevor Gorsuch with the Grizzlies back in the 2020-21 season. Starting in net for Utah is Trent Miner. It'll be his 4th appearance this year. Miner stopped 24 of 27 on Wednesday night in the series opener. He's got a record of 1-2 with a 3.03 goals against average and 906 save percentage. The backup goaltender tonight is Garrett Metcalf, who picked up the victory last night. Metcalf stopped 27 of 31. Starting defensive pairing, Kyle Mayhew, who has 2 goals and 1 assist in 6 games. He'll be paired up with the captain, Josh Wesley, who's got 1 goal and 1 assist in 6 games. So Mayhew and Wesley are the starting defensive pairing. Also watch out for the pairing of Keone Teixeira and Brian Yoon. Yoon's got an assist in back-to-back games. Teixeira, in his 6th season in the league, is familiar with the Thunder, and the Thunder fans are familiar with him, as Teixeira played with Wichita in the 2018-2019 season. And the last 4 years, he's been a member of the Indy Fuel. He led the Fuel in plus-minus last season. We also see Corey Thomas in there wearing number 44, and Jacob Semick makes his 2nd appearance of the season. The defensive scratches for the Grizzlies tonight. Defenseman Michael Underwood misses his 4th straight game. And Cade Jensen's missing his 2nd straight game with an injury, as Jensen was thrown into the boards by Mikkel Stenell 2 minutes into the first period on Wednesday. And that's why Stenell served the 1-game suspension last night. And Jordan Stone also out of the Grizzlies lineup as well. Starting forwards for Utah, it's the top forward line that were outstanding in the third period last night. Dakota Raby's in there. He's got 2 assists in 3 games this year. He'll be paired up with the Rooster, Jordan Martell, who's got 5 points in this series, and all 5 of the points have come in the third periods. 1 goal and 1 assist in the third period on Wednesday. And last night, he scored a goal 31 seconds into the third period on the power play, and then he was the main assist as he threw the puck to Brandon Cutler on 2 occasions in the third period, leading to Cutler goals. And so obviously the Roosters been on a roll as of late. He is actually my pick for the Optum first goal of the game. Everybody make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game is who's going to score for Utah first tonight. And remember that with Optum, they are committed to everything you do in terms of health care, as Optum is putting you at the center of everything we do. Optum is committed to making healthcare work better, leading the way to better experiences, better health, and lower costs for you. Starting forwards, Raby, Martell, and the number 1 star last night, Brandon Cutler, who leads the Grizzlies this year with 7 points, 4 goals, and 3 assists in 6 games. The other forwards we're expected to see tonight include Brett Stapley, who's making his second appearance in a Grizzlies uniform. Nathan Burke's been about as hot as anybody in the Utah lineup. He's got 5 points in his last 3 games. And Cole Gallant's going to be paired up with those two as they're going to be the second forward line. McMessner got his first professional point with an assist in the second period last night. The Iron Man Tyler Penner's in there for the 151st straight game in the regular season. If you count the playoffs, it will be 175. And Dylan Fitz also in there as well. Fitz 2 assists in 4 games. Grizzlies also have Jared Power and Dean Yakura in the lineup. Yakura wearing number 5. He is 38 years old. He's the oldest skater in Grizzlies history. The only guy that's older that's played a game with Utah is emergency backup goaltender Jay Stevens, who was 43 when he appeared in a game, I believe, in the 2016-2017 season. And Jared Power, the Mount Royal product, still looking for his first point of the season. The forwards that are out tonight, it's just one, and it's Cody Caron, who's still recovering from an injury, as Caron is yet to make his Grizzlies debut, and hopefully he will sometime here later in the month of November. Dante Giannuzzi is the third goaltender. He is out of the lineup as well. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. Grizzlies and the Thunder. Utah is wearing the white jerseys with black numbers and professional grain trim. For the third straight game, Wichita is wearing the same look, which is a blue jersey, kind of Tampa Bay Lightning type of blue. Toronto Maple Leafs probably have about that same shade as well, white numbers, and still a slight bit of black mixed into the jersey. It's a pretty sharp look. Grizzlies and Thunder meeting here for the third of 4 times this season. It's the last meeting for Wichita here at Maverik Center. When we come back, we'll face off here in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. They're behind schedule a couple minutes as they sang "This Is My Country." Now we'll have our national anthem here on a Saturday night at Maverik Center here in the rubber match. Here's our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we rise, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line tonight as the Grizzlies take on the Wichita Thunder in the rubber match of this 3-game set. Wichita won 4-2 on Wednesday night. Trevor Gorsuch stopped 29 of 31. He's in net for the Thunder. Trent Miner that night stopped 24 of 27. He's in net for the Grizzlies. Last night, the Grizzlies overcame a 4-1 deficit as they scored 4 unanswered to pick up a 5-4 victory. Starting lineup for the Grizzlies, the defensive pairing is Kyle Mayhew and Josh Wesley. The forwards, Dakota Raby, Jordan Martell, and Brandon Cutler. For the Wichita Thunder, they are led by Bruce Ramsey, who was the ECHL Coach of the Year back in the 2020-21 season. Jeremy Masella and Roman Canal are the starting defensive pairing. The forwards, Peter Bates, Mikkel Stenell, and Jason Pinio. And watch out for Bates. He had 1 goal and 1 assist on Wednesday night. And last night picked up 2 second-period goals. So Bates already 3 goals in this series. Referee tonight is Chad Ingalls. The linesmen are Tyler Keston and Andrew Collins. Grizzlies, the white jerseys, black numbers, professional green trim. Wichita, blue jersey with white numbers. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the first period as we see it from high top section 114. Wichita skates from our left to our right. Draw one by the Thunder, and we're underway here on a Saturday night. Canal over to Bates, who dumps it in. Pinio chases after it. Wesley pokes it to the corner. Action deep in the Grizzlies zone. Pinio feeds it to the far corner for Stenell, who tries to feather it out in front. Nobody was home as it ricochets off the near boards and goes back to center ice. Canal over to Masella. Blue line to blue line pass over to Bates. Tapped off his stick and glides along the far wing boards. Miner behind his net cuts it off. Throws to Pinio, who bobbles it. Grizzlies get it. Raby diagonal pass to the Rooster. Martell enters from the right side. He skates towards the corner. Stops on a dime. Skates back towards the point. Martell gets hacked by Masella. Martell feathers it towards the net and gets poked away by Canal as Cutler gets blasted by Masella, who goes 6'5", 220 pounds. Puck glides along the far wing boards near the Grizzlies bench center ice. Wesley, diagonal pass to Martell. He enters from the left over to Cutler, who slides over to Raby in the slot. Raby has a bounce off his stick. Raby battles with Canal. Wesley feathers out in front to Cutler. Shot saved by Gorsuch. Rebound to the near corner as Raby gets double team. McEachern pokes it away. Martell skates over, takes the puck. As he throws it up top for Stapley, it goes behind him as the puck glides back in the Grizzlies zone. Brian Union, his first shift of the game, over to Stapley, ricochets it off the far boards. Nathan Burke near the Grizzlies bench, crosses center ice, Snell lifted in. As it's taken by Wichita, number 24, Nolan Neen, the former Allen American. He skates towards the near side, deep in the Thunder zone, shovels it across to Roswell. Ethan Roswell, he gets knocked down by Burke. Puck goes back over towards Neen, who moves it ahead. Puck glides the center ice off the far boards. McEachern gains center ice and dumps it in. McEachern's Penn State Nittany Lions lost to Michigan, and Dakota Raby's alma mater today in college football. Berg to the right side, throws it across. Cole Gallant enters from the right side. He skates towards his left. Gallant now just outside the left circle, shovels it around the wall. Roswell cuts it off behind the goal line as Wichita throws cross-ice pass that goes over the stick of Jay Dickman and wide as icing is on the Thunder as we get a whistle with 17:59 left in the first. So we went 2 minutes and 1 second without a whistle as Utah took one shot. Wichita has yet to take one. Everybody make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game. I'm going to go with the Rooster, Jordan Martell. I think he's going to score first for Utah. Penner will take the draw. He's got Messner and Fitz out there as a draw won by Wichita. They're on their own end, skating from left to right. Dickman gets pushed by Thomas, but Dickman keeps the puck as he skates behind Gorsuch's net. Gorsuch wearing number 33 as Fitz battles. Puck goes out to the center ice as Semick will move it ahead. It bounced off a Dickman's stick, goes to Messner, skates in, high slot, but Dockery pokes it away. Poliot backhands it off the far boards, and it goes back to Jake, don't call me Jack Wallen, over to Dockery, who chips it off the near wall. Bent has it, battles with Penner. Puck still in the Thunder zone. Fitz gets a left point, takes a righty shot, and it gets poked away by the arm of Poliot and goes out of play. 17:24 left in the first. Still no score. Grizzlies have done a good job keeping the puck in the offensive zone here throughout the start of the game. Tyler Penner's got an A on his sweater. Earlier in the year, it was Kyle Betts, who was one of the alternate captains. Betts yesterday was loaned to the AHL's Belleville Senators. That's the team he played with last year. So Penner has an A on his sweater. Yakura will take the draws out there with Gallant and Jared Power as the Grizzlies won the draw as Christian Horn gets all four forward lines on the ice here to start. Right point, Wesley, righty shot. Blocker saved by Gorsuch. Wichita pokes it out to center ice as Dylan Boucher overskates it. No relation to Matthew Boucher, the former Grizzly. As Wesley back in his own end, far circle, skates up ice. Diagonal pass to Power, goes over his stick as it was about shoulder high. And icing is on Utah exactly 3 minutes into the game. Utah has scored first in only 2 of the 6 games this season. In fact, the opposition has scored first in each of the last 4 games. Pinio will take the draw against Dean Yakura. We're still early on, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Saturday with us. As a draw stays in the circle, as Bates trying to drop it off for Stenell, it goes past him. High slot, Canal, lefty shot, glove saved by Minor. And Trent holds on as he makes the stop, his first of the game. As we get another whistle with 16:55 left in the first. In last night's game, the Grizzlies had 5 scoring chances in the first 2 periods combined. In the third period, where the Grizzlies outscored the Thunder 3-0, they had 10 scoring chances in that frame alone. Draws in the far circle, Grizzlies zone. Utah wins it. Wesley will bounce it out to center ice. Literally kicked by Masella. Action near the Grizzlies bench. Wichita comes up with it. Stenell enters down the middle. Grizzlies poke it away. As Mayhew at the Utah goal line near side loses the puck. As Stenell throws it to the right point. Canal back towards Stenell. He couldn't accept the pass. Pinio over to Bates, who skates around Utah's net. Bates to the left side, drops off for Stenell. One-timer, and it bounced off of Mayhew. It hit off his shoulder. Mayhew skates towards the bench. Luckily, it looks like he'll be okay. Thunder at center ice. Bates drives it around the wall. As Minor behind his net cuts it off, they'll lean it towards the near wing wall as Bates gets pushed by the Rooster, and Raby takes it away. Raby crosses center ice down the middle. Now he veers off to the right. He enters the zone. Raby, far circle, backhand shot. Glides off the Thunder stick. Left side, Cutler around the wall. Raby gets it back to Martell behind Wichita's net. Martell dancing around. He's now to the near side. He feeds it up top for Teixeira, who slides it across to Yoon. Yoon to Raby. Goes past him. Martell cut off by Masella. Martell could have had a good look, but Masella held up his arm. As Pinio takes the puck, number 34. He backhands to Peter Bates at center ice. Bates lightly taps it in deep as the Thunder and Grizzlies both make a line change. 4.5 minutes in, still no score. Grizzlies 2 shots. Wichita's taken 1. As Teixeira skates around Minor's net, and he turns it over as the Thunder. Dickman pokes it over to the corner. Delayed penalty, and it's going to be on Utah. Dickman over towards Burke. Burke touches it up on the right point of the Grizzlies zone. As we get a whistle, high sticking's the call. Keone Teixeira goes to the box as the Thunder, for the first time tonight, will be on the power play. Last night, Wichita's power play was 1 for 3. Utah's power play was 1 for 1. Grizz have done an outstanding job staying out of the penalty box. They averaged just 7 penalty minutes per game, which is the second lowest in the league. Time of Teixeira's penalty, 4:38 into the contest. Connor McEachern will take the draw against Tyler Penners, one of the best penalty-killing forwards in the league. As the draw won by Wichita, McEachern along the far boards, gets up top to Leighton Moore. Across to Watts on the right point near the boards. Watts had a power play goal last night. He hits Penner up high. High stick's going to be the call, and that will do it for Wichita's power play. Whistle blows with 15:09 left in the first. Teixeira got a high sticking penalty, and Watts returns the favor. Power play for Wichita lasted 13 seconds, so we'll skate 4-on-4 for 1:47, and then after that, the Grizzlies will have a very short power play. Time of Watts' penalty, 4:51 into the game, 13 seconds after Teixeira got hit with a high stick, or Teixeira got called for a high stick. This time it was Tyler Penner that drew the penalty. We'll skate 4-on-4. Draws give me in the Thunder zone, the far side. Brett Stapley will take it for Utah. Stapley's kicked out of the face-off circle. Nathan Burke will take the draw. We call that the Pellick around here. Michael Pellick got kicked out of the face-off circle more than any player in Grizzlies history. As Wichita gets the puck, as Canal drops it off for McEachern, who's got good speed. He crosses center ice right wing. Now he enters the zone, veers off into the slot. He's now in the left circle. As he'll spin it along the wall. Mayhew has a bounce off his stick. He goes to the near side. Mayhew throws it behind his back for Wesley, who moves ahead to Burke. Burke turns it over. McEachern right side near goal line. Lefty shot is blocked away by Minor. Grizzlies get it at center ice. 1-on-2. Stapley Anderson on the right side. Moore pokes it away. Good poke check by Leighton Moore. Gets the puck on the near side. As the Thunder spread the ice, Grizzlies make a line change. Up ahead to Dickman, right side. He gets poked away by Mayhew. Dickman gets it back. Mayhew pushes him in the back. As Mayhew loses a stick, he gets it back. As now it goes over towards the right side. Cyrus to Dickman. And Minor makes a save. Bartel with a big-time hit on Nolan Neen. As Dickman gets it back at the Wichita blue line, Thunder reset. 45 seconds left in the 4-on-4. We're 6 minutes into the game. No score. Both teams have taken 2 shots. Neen to the right side from Masella. He enters. He skates towards the corner as Semick tries to cut him off. Puck goes from the near side to the far as Penio near the boards avoids a check of Martel. As Penio dances around in the far corner as he gets around Martel on a spin move. Skates in. Semick cuts him off. Penio skates around the net. As Penio pushes Semick. Penio throws over to the left side. Shot saved by Minor. Best stop Trent's made so far. Rebound goes to the near side. Masella around Utah's net. As he's now to the far side. Gets to Penio. Far goal line. Sharp angled shot. Saved by Minor. Goes through the crease and back towards the near goal line. As Cutler outlets it out to center ice. Teixeira out of the box. Short power play. Left side. Martel shot. It's blocked by Wallen. Wallen looks like he's hurt as he's limping after blocking the shot. He's limping badly towards the bench. Wichita only is dressing 9 forwards tonight. Thunder back at full strength. If they thought Watts, they didn't anticipate Watts coming out of the box. Left wing pass to Raby. Skates towards the circle. Gets around Penio. And good job by Roswell poking it away. Raby gets to the right side. Nice spin move. Cole Gallant backhand shot. Saved by Gorsuch. As Gallant gets tripped up. No call. Gallant gets back to his feet. He battles in the far corner. Raby throws up top to Mayhew, but it glances off his stick and goes out to neutralize. Mayhew backs it out to the Utah blue line across to Wesley. 7.5 minutes in, still no score. Wesley looks to center to bounce off at Dockery and glides towards the end boards. Dockery behind Wichita's net battles with Dean Yakura. Yakura feeds up top to Wesley. Right side, one-timer goes wide. That was a blast by Wesley that just missed. As Bates battles with Mayhew, it goes to center ice. Raby dumps it back in. Grizzlies make a full line change. Thunder have taken 4 shots. Grizzlies 3 here so far, about 8 minutes in. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Bates will come off. McEachern as Dockery continues to hold the puck behind Wichita's net. Fans want some action. Thunder give it to him as McEachern crosses center ice. Gets to the Utah blue line. Gets cut off by Teixeira. And the Eagle Eye linesman calls Wichita for offside with 11:54 left in the first. Timeout on the ice will take one as well. No score here from Maverik Center on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
No score here from Maverik Center. 11:54 left in the first. It's the seventh and final game of the homestand. Remember, Thanksgiving week, the Grizzlies will host the Newfoundland Growlers for a 3-game set. Wednesday, November 22nd is going to be the next home game. And don't forget, Black Friday is going to be another home game. Grizzlies are going to be wearing specialty jerseys during warm-ups. And Saturday night should be a lot of fun as well. Newfoundland, one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Draw's going to be at neutral ice. Grizzlies territory after the Thunder were called for offside. Tyler Penner will take the draw against Connor McEachern. As it's won by Wichita, Poliot dumps it in. Poliot got in a fight with Corey Thomas on Wednesday night. As Yoon rolls it along the wall. Fits diagonal pass. Ricochets off the near boards. Messner chases after it. As it goes to Penner, touched it up at the blue line. He lets it go as Messner was still in the Thunder zone. As Poliot left side gets the center ice. Heads up play there by Penner. As puck goes to the Utah blue line, Thunder turn it over. Teixeira had the linesman in the way. Now he moves ahead to Messner as the linesman had to jump out. That was Tyler Keston. High slot, Messner, lefty shot, sticked away by Gorsuch as he feeds it to the near corner. As behind the net, Messner battles with McEachern. Messner still looking for his first pro goal. Throws it up top for Fitz. He'll take a righty shot, and it goes wide. Messner feeds to Fitz down the middle. Fitz with a shot, saved by Gorsuch. As the Thunder get it to Braden Watson, will tap it off the near boards, goes to center ice. As Fitz retrieves it and gets it at the Utah blue line. Boy, a couple close calls there for Dylan Fitz, but we remain scoreless 9 minutes in. Teixeira with an A on his sweater. Near wing pass to Cutler. He veers off to the right. Cutler crosses center ice down the middle. He'll fire it towards the Wichita bench. Martell gets it. It goes back to Cutler as we get a whistle, and Tyler Keston calls the Grizzlies for offside with 10:46 left in the first. Make sure to follow the Grizzlies on Facebook, X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and I don't know, maybe they're on Snapchat as well. I'm on X at Tyson on Sports. As the Thunder win the draw near their bench, Pinio throws to Dockery across to Neen. Neen fakes it back to Dockery. Now he moves it ahead. Diagonal pass near the Grizzlies bench. Bounces off the Stenell. It goes to Pinio. He'll skate towards the left circles. The Thunder are in the Grizzlies zone. Or is Pinio over to Stenell, who skates around Utah's net near side. Thomas pokes it away from Stenell. As Raby collides with Stenell, he goes down and gets back to his feet. Does Stenell. Grizzlies clear it out to center. Thunder reset. As Neen back in his own zone. Near the goaltender Gorsuch. As now Neen is at the near goal line. He'll fire a long-range pass to Bates that connects. Bates gets around Mayhew. As he'll try to feed it to the left side. Mayhew pokes it away as it goes near the boards. Stenell spins it along the wall, near side. More battles with Stapley. Mayhew across to Thomas as we're halfway through the first period. Still no score. Raby over to Mayhew. It bounced off of him as it goes to the near side. Mayhew gets it back. He'll tap it off the near boards to his college teammate, Brett Stapley. They're now teammates with the Grizzlies. Stapley, right wing pass to Gallant, goes wide. Thunder throw it all the way towards Minor. No icing as Mayhew over to Wesley in the far corner. Wesley outlets it out to center ice for Gallant, who taps it to Burke. 2-on-1. Burke along the right wing as he'll skate in. Shot is poked away by Gorsuch as Burke got a little bit too close to the Wichita netminder. Puck goes out to neutral ice. Mayhew gets this. He'll tap it off the far boards. Stapley, the University of Denver product. As he'll roll it along the wall. Cut off. Gallant in the near corner. Throws it behind his back looking for Burke, and it goes wide as Kelly Bent battles with Mayhew on the left point. Mayhew gets it to Gallant, who glides towards his right. He'll slide it to Wesley, who skates towards the far goal line. Sharp angled shot. Hits the side of the net. As Wallen lifts it out of play. Is it going to be delay of game, or did it hit the glass? Delay of game, says the linesman, and the referee says you got 2 minutes in the box. Jake Wallen gave a fan a souvenir, but he did it from his own zone. And so it looks like the Grizzlies are going to be on the power play for the second time tonight. 2 minutes for delay of game as Jake Wallen, the former Rapid City Rush skater, will head to the penalty box. 9:02 left in the first period. Both teams have really done a good job playing disciplined and not taking bad penalties. Just one of those where he tried to tap it off the glass and missed the glass and ended up throwing it out of play. Time of Wallen's penalty, 10:58 into the first period. Grizzlies win the draw. Josh Wesley, left point, fires towards the middle. It's cut off by Cutler. Bounced off of him, and it goes to Poliot, who clears it out. Minder behind his net gives it to Wesley, the Grizzlies captain. Wesley will skate to neutralize. He'll drop it off for Stapley. Stapley gets to neutralize. He crosses the red line. Right wing across the blue line as he'll spin it along the wall. As Fitz and Cutler skate towards the corner. Thunder bounce it off of Fitz. Now McEachran gets it. He'll get it to Dockery, who bounced it off of Martell. Now Fitz gets along the far boards. Grizzlies in the attack zone as Fitz over to Martell in the right corner. As Martell, wearing number 27, skates towards the point. Now Martell's in the high slot as he skates towards his left. Now he's just outside the left circle. He gets to Wesley at the near goal line and feeds it back up top for Martell. He'll go over to Cutler. One-timer on hit the crossbar and goes out. Iron unkind. Teixeira over to Martell. High slot. Martell dances around. Now he skates towards his left as he'll veer off into the near corner. As Martell surveys, he throws it to Wesley. He'll skate towards his right. Now across to Teixeira, who slides it off the near boards. Martell up top for Wesley. As he gets it back to Martell. The Rooster fakes a shot. Now he throws it towards the middle. It bounced off of Dockery. Cutler gets it left point. 40 seconds left in the power play. We're still scoreless. Cutler dances around the far side. Dickman took it away from him. Dickman gets a kick by Teixeira and keeps it in the zone. Cutler over to Fitz, who skates around Wichita's net. He'll feed it to Martell, left circle. Now up top for Wesley. High slot over to Cutler. One-timer. Save by Gorsuch. Rebound shot and score! Teixeira took the initial shot. Bounced off of Gorsuch. And Dylan Fitz gets his first of the year as the Grizzlies take a 1-0 lead. Good passing by the Grizzlies. Puck stayed in the offensive zone for a year and a half. As Dylan Fitz, who does a good job out in front of the net on Grizzlies power plays. He had 17 goals last season. He picks up his first of the year. Teixeira fired the initial shot from the right side, and it bounced off of Gorsuch. Didn't go wide off of Gorsuch, but just enough for Fitz to be in the right place at the right time. Actually, the puck looked like it bounced off of Fitz, and then in front of him where he was able to score. As Fitz gets his first of the year, Utah leads 1-0. We're back to 5-on-5. As near the Wichita bench, Dean Yakura skates in. As the whistle blows, Utah's offside. 7:15 left in the first. As Keone Teixeira is going to get an assist, the former Thunder skater from the 2018-2019 season. And the captain also gets an assist, Josh Wesley, who gets the second helper of the year. So Wesley and Teixeira each get their second assist of the season. And Fitz gets his first goal of the year. Grizzlies win the draw. They're at center ice. Thomas will wrap it around the wall. Puck goes to the far corner. Canal throws it behind Wichita's net. Cut off by Penner. Now the Thunder get it. Penio up ahead. Chasing after it. Stenelli gets it in the left circle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Miner. Rebound goes to Semick, who skates towards the far corner deep in the Grizzlies zone. 2-on-2 battle. As Semick trying to shovel it away. Messner drags down a Thunder skater, and it's Penio as the puck goes to Utah out of the pile. Yakura will feed it from one blue line to the other as it goes to the Thunder zone. Thunder in control as the Grizzlies make a line change. Ahead to Penio. He'll dump it in as he was in Grizzlies territory when he dumped it in as Wesley, fresh off an assist, gets to neutralize with the long strides. Wesley, the big defenseman, throws to the right circle as Gallant had to reach to get it. Now he corrals it and rolls it from one side to the other. It's on the near side as Burke trying to get back towards Gallant, and Wichita kicks it out to neutralize. Mayhew gets it at the Utah blue line. Grizzlies skate from right to left in the first period as we see it from section 114. As the Grizz move it ahead as they enter the zone. Stapley gets it poked away as it goes out to center again. Mayhew lifts it in as it goes over the head of Masella, which is tough to do, but then being 6'5". Thunder deep in their own zone get the puck. Grizzlies will change up forwards. Jack Wallen across the center ice down the middle. He'll feed it to the right side. Nobody was there at the Utah blue line. Teixeira moves it ahead. Moore back at the Wichita blue line out to center ice. Literally kicked to Boucher. He feeds it to Wallen. Wallen throws it near the Grizzlies bench. Thunder enter. Masella, far goal line, tried to center it. And the pass goes wide as he was trying to find Kelly Bent in front of the net. Thunder back in their own zone reset. 5:35 and counting left in the first. Utah leads 1-0. Wichita gains center ice, and Boucher lifts it in. Puck bounced off the end boards on 2 hops of the ice. Martel right side over to Teixeira. Left wing pass to Cutler, connects. Cutler throws to the corner and chases after it. Roswell rolls it along the far wing boards as Dickman surveys, moves out to center ice. Martel picks it off of the Utah center ice logo. He'll skate towards the left. Martel gets around Roswell near goal line. Centers to Raby. Passes wide of the mark. Thunder carry it out across center ice. Grizzlies back defensively as McEachern loses it as he was entering the zone. As Raby out to the left side. Pass connects. Martel skates down the middle on a breakaway. Martel the righty shot. Saved by Gorsuch. Rebound goes to Roswell. As Roswell out to Dickman. Now McEachern enters from the right side at the blue line. Takes the lefty shot. As saved by Miners. The shot was taken from the right wing. As Neen, center ice, right wing. He'll wrap it around the wall. Miner tried to cut it off, but he lets it go to the far side. As Wichita behind Utah's net. Trying to get to Neen. And it kicked off the skate of Semick. As Semick looks at his skate to make sure it's still working. Grizzlies lift it high into the air on the alley-oop play. Power chases after it. No icing. As Power collides with Nolan Neen. Thunder get the puck as Moore's being shadowed by Power. As Moore back in the near goal line. Gets to the Wichita blue line as the Thunder chip it out to center ice. Pinio enters 1-on-3. He loses it in the slot. Good defensive work by Dean Yakura as Kyle Mayhew gets it. 4 minutes left in the first. Utah leads 1-0 on a power play goal. Wichita gets it from Mayhew and feeds it out in front. Yakura throws it back to the right side. Right point. Canal across to Masella. Masella shadowed by Fitz. Masella fires it across. Pinio couldn't handle it. Now he gets it off the boards. Pinio right side as Mayhew's looking over him. As Pinio throws it to Masella at the far corner. Masella around the net. Pretty deep for a defenseman to be out there at the goal line as Masella gets pushed by Yakura. Wesley over there as well. Bates skates towards his left. He gets tripped up by Mayhew. Puck flips high into the air, goes to center ice, and skips in the Thunder zone as the Grizzlies make a line change. 3:22 and counting left in the first. Grizzlies lead 1-0. Utah's outshot Wichita 8-5. As the goal is scored by Dylan Fitz, who got the rebound. It actually bounced off of Fitz, and then he put it away. 12:34 into the first. Teixeira delivers a big-time hit. Boucher goes to hit Teixeira. Biggest hit so far tonight. Over in the right corner, Boucher's over there. He gets knocked down. Teixeira gets hit by Wallen. And now some pushing as Kelly Bent pushes Brett Stapley. Now Wallen has some words for a Grizzly skater. Play starting to get very physical here over the last 20 seconds. That gets the crowd to its feet. As we get a whistle with 2:57 left in the first, the puck blinded towards Miner. He covered up. Utah leads 1-0 on Dylan Fitz's first of the year. It was a power play goal as Utah scored 2 power play goals here in this series. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. We're back after this word from America First Credit Union.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Utah leads 1-0 as Dylan Fitz scored on the power play, 12:34 in. Teixeira took the shot from the right side on the one view we saw in the replay here on this big center ice video board. Looked like it bounced off of Fitz, and then puck just kind of laid in a position where Fitz could get a shot off, and he was able to get it past Gorsuch. Initially, action's moving so fast, probably looked like one of those classic rebounds off of Gorsuch. I think it actually bounced off of Fitz. As draws give me the Grizzlies zone near side. Wichita skates from left to right here in the first period. Utah leads 1-0. Grizz win the draw. Gallant with good speed. Cross the center ice. Left wing pass to Burke, who centers it for Stapley. He's in the left circle. Righty shot. Glove save by Gorsuch. Boy, good three-man game there by Burke, Gallant, and Stapley. As Burke was in the left wing, centered it to Gallant, and then Gallant got it back to Stapley, who did a good job getting himself in a position to shoot after a spin move. But it didn't really look like Gorsuch knew where the puck was, but then once he gathered it, he made sure the play stopped right then and there. I think Brett Stapley's going to be a fun one to watch. He's got an AHL contract with the Colorado Eagles. He's a guy who just plays a very controlled game, but really takes advantage of his opportunities. As Utah wins the draw, they're in the offensive zone as Yoon battles with a couple Thunder skaters along the near wall. Jay Dickman, big 6'6" forward, as goes to Dockery, who will bounce it off to Dickman at the Wichita blue line. Burke took it away. Burke skates towards the right wing as he veers into the corner. Burke collides with Dockery as Dockery slammed Burke along the wall. Left point, Yoon, righty shot, kick saved by Gorsuch. Rebound goes to Wichita. Luckily, Burke was able to get back to his feet and Dockery is able to get back to his feet after Burke leveled him. As McEachern over to Dockery deep in the Thunder zone along the end wall. As Dockery will shovel it over to Pouliot. Back to Dockery behind Wichita's net. Dockery slides a right wing pass out to Dickman at center ice. Dickman battles with Thomas. Martel skates in and takes the puck away. As Semick ahead towards Cutler gets pushed in the back. As the puck on its side there as the Thunder get it in their own zone. Pouliot out to center ice. Pinio gets hit by Thomas. And the puck goes to Semick in front of Miner's net. As they'll throw it to Cutler, who pitchforks it out to center ice. Now Cutler crosses center, 3-on-3. He enters from the slot as Pouliot poked it away from him. Right side, Raby shot, and it's blocked by Neen. Far goal line, Cutler skates in. Shot saved by Gorsuch as Pouliot will throw it off the wall. Arm is raised by the referee. We get a penalty as Cutler gets pushed by Neen. Neen continues to push Cutler along the wall. Cutler throws left with his glove. Neen has some words for Cutler. I think the penalty is going to be on the Grizzlies. And now Martel and Pinio push each other. Cutler's going to get a penalty. He's going to the box. Pinio pushes Martel. The referee continues to hold his arm in the air. It's almost like the Grizzlies were trying to bait Wichita to trying to commit a penalty to even things up. As Cutler's in the box. As he gets 2 minutes for roughing, I believe. Wichita's going to be on the power play. As there's 1:24 left in the first period, Utah leads 1-0. Cutler sporting the mustache. He gets 2 minutes for roughing. Time of penalty, 18:36 into the game. McEachern will take the draw against Tyler Penner. Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man. He's sporting the net guard. I see a handful of Grizzlies players sporting the net guard this week. It seems like as the week's gone on, there's been a few more players deciding to wear it. As obviously they've been practicing with it and trying to get comfortable with it. Wichita's in the power play, 1:24 left in the first. Thunder win the draw. Moore, left side, across to Watts. He's on the right side, centers it to McEachern, who feeds it back to the left point. As Mikhail Stenell throws to the far goal line for Dickman. Dickman around Utah's net, shadowed by Mayhew. Dickman's pass towards Watts goes wide, and the puck exits the zone. Thunder reset. As Watts back in his own end, left wing. Slides it across to Stenell. He enters from the right side. Stenell skates towards the slot. Now he veers off to the left point. Back to Dickman, far goal line. Dickman throws it behind his back for Stenell, who feeds it over to Moore. Back to Watts, right side shot. Blocked by Mayhew. He hit him in the side. Mayhew still down. Dickman skates in along the near goal line. Shot saved by Miner as it goes back to Stenell. McEachern over on the far side. Back to Stenell. Left circle. He gets to the far goal line to McEachern. Back to Stenell. Shot blocked by Wesley. As Mayhew on his hands on his knees. Still in there. As Wichita feeds it out in front to Moore. Bounced off of him. Grizzlies get it, and Wesley clears it out. Gorsuch outlets it to neutral ice. Right wing. Watts moves ahead for McEachern. It goes over his stick and flies into the Grizzlies zone. Over to Power. Power gets pushed by Dickman in the left point. Dickman throws to Moore, but it's at neutral ice. 9 seconds left. Watts re-enters from the right side, but we get a whistle as the Thunder are offside. Well, it looked like that blocked shot there that Mayhew took hurt a little bit as he's being looked over by the trainer, Colin Lee. As Mayhew looks like he's in a bit of pain. That looks like me about every morning when I get up, those deep breaths. For different reasons, unfortunately. As Mayhew just, trying to get as much air as he can. And now he's walking towards the locker room with Grizzlies trainer Colin Lee. 6.5 seconds left in the first period. As a look over, Mayhew blocked the shot, probably around the ribs. Thunder lose it. Power fires towards the net. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, my. He missed the empty net. Gorsuch came out of his net, tried to throw it to the blue line. Power picked it off with like 2 seconds left. Power had an empty net and just missed wide. Oh, wow. Gorsuch just casually flipped it to neutralize. Power got it, fired to the empty net with about 2 seconds left, and missed it. That could have made it 2-0 as Gorsuch, I think, lost his head. What a way to end the first period. It looked like Gorsuch was just going to casually throw it to center ice. Didn't get much on it. Power picked it off in the slot right there, just about the blue line. Gorsuch was way out of his net, and Power just had an open net and just missed wide. As the fans kind of groaned in unison there. It was one of those where it could have easily been 2-0. But as we stand, the Grizzlies lead 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. When we come back, we will recap the first 20 minutes. Remember, the Grizzlies will be shorthanded the first 36 seconds of the second period. Score after one period, Utah 1, Wichita 0. We're back in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. First intermission as Utah leads 1-0. Easily could have been 2-0. I was talking with Roger Orrin right after the period. You know, Gorsuch, it's kind of weird. There's about 3 or 4 seconds left in the period. Puck glided to Gorsuch, and Roger Orrin thinks that he thought the period was over as Gorsuch just kind of casually threw it to the blue line, and he was well away from his net. Jared Power alertly got the puck, knowing that there was time, and fired towards the net. He just missed wide towards the far side, and that could have been Power's second pro goal. He scored one towards the end of last season, and obviously love to have it back. But Utah does have a 1-0 lead as it stands after 20 minutes. The Grizz outshot the Thunder 11-5. So that means in the last 2 periods, oh no, we got a wedding proposal. Holy cow, we got life-changing moments here at Maverik Center. We got a wedding proposal. We got a guy on a knee on the right side. Is she going to say yes? She's got no choice. She bows her head and looks like she says yes. We got a wedding proposal here at Maverik Center. 2 people are going to get married soon. Grisby is going to hug both of them, which now we got a sign. Will you marry me? I think the one knee probably gives it away. That might be a daughter there. It might be somebody's daughter there, either one of the two or maybe both. As looks like we got a ring. We've got a ring that's going to be exchanged, and Grisby's going to be in a picture with 2 people who are getting married soon. How about that? As you never know where you're going to see at the old hockey game. We got a wedding proposal here after they played a game on the Maverik Center ice, first intermission. How about that? There are some things in your life you say, that's never going to happen to me. I can probably guarantee that's never going to happen to me based on the luck I've had in the first 36 years of my life. But good for them. As looks like that's a night they're never going to forget. I can guarantee that. Well, back to the game as Utah outshot Wichita 11-5. I have no clue where we were at. The only goal in the period, Dylan Fitz on the power play. As Teixeira, I haven't really seen Teixeira in that spot before on the power play. Obviously, Grizzlies haven't had many power plays this year, but Wesley was quarterbacking things in the high slots. Grizzlies were really working the puck around. Martell was on the left side. Teixeira was kind of at the point and then kind of slid to the right side at times. You know where Dylan Fitz is going to be when he's out there on the power play. He's going to be out in front of the net. Teixeira fired a one-timer, and oddly enough, a couple times there on that power play, I'd mistaken Teixeira for Cutler. Similar size, both guys sporting sweet-looking mustaches. So initially I thought it was Cutler that took the one-timer, but it was Teixeira. And then obviously it's tough to see from right here with about 4 or 5 bodies in front of the net. When I saw it live, just looked like one of those classic rebound goals where it bounced off of Gorsuch and Fitz was able to put it away. It looked like when I saw the one replay at center ice, looked like the puck kind of bounced off of Fitz, and then luckily for him, because kind of bounced in a spot where he was able to get a shot off, and that's where Utah scored its first and only goal of the game so far. And for Fitz, it's his first goal of the year. Remember, Fitz did miss a couple games there. He missed the Idaho series the second week of the season. He had 17 goals in 72 games last year, as Fitz and Tyler Penner were the only 2 Grizzlies skaters to appear in all 72 regular season games last year. And as we were mentioning before last night's game, that third forward line of Messner, Fitz, and Penner certainly got some potential. Penner scored a goal in the second period last night, redirecting a Messner shot. And here tonight, Dylan Fitz on the power play, getting the rebound that might have bounced off his own body and into the back of the net. We haven't seen a ton of power plays. Utah 1 for 2, Wichita 0 for 1. And remember, Wichita will be on the power play the first 36 seconds of the second period. As Brandon Cutler got 2 minutes for roughing, 18:36 into the first period. It's possible the most exciting thing we've seen tonight has been that wedding proposal that we saw first intermission. Of the 11 shots Utah had in the first period, Brandon Cutler leads the way with 2. In fact, Cutler's the only Grizzly player with more than 1 shot in the first period. 9 other Grizzlies have 1 shot each. For Wichita, they've taken 5 shots. Mikkel Stenell has 2 shots, and then 3 other Thunder skaters have 1. Roman Canal, Nolan Neen, and Connor McEachern. You also got to watch out for that top forward line. I think the Grizzlies are going to pay special attention here tonight. They already have here through the first period. Peter Bates, who seems to score in bunches, and he's had an outstanding series, scoring 1 goal and 1 assist on Wednesday, and he had 2 second-period goals in last night's game. I think for the Grizzlies, obviously, you got the lead after 1. It's back-to-back good periods for the Grizzlies, who have outscored the Thunder 4-0 in the last 2 frames. The third period last night, and obviously the first period tonight. Obviously, both teams know how the second period started last night. For the Grizzlies, I think one of the big messages is, and it turns into a cliche you hear a few times a year that coaches and players use, the old saying, we got to play a full 60 minutes. And that rings true here tonight. Grizzlies feel like they got to play a full 60 minutes here tonight because it looks like Wichita is a bit of an improved club from last season. In the previous 2 years, the Grizzlies really handled the Thunder easily, sweeping them in a 5-game season series each of the last 2 years. But it looks like the Thunder are going to be pretty good, and they're going to be battling for a playoff spot. A Mountain Division from top to bottom looks pretty competitive. We saw Tulsa the first week of the season. They look like a pretty competitive team. They are 4-4-1 so far this year. Rapid City's 4-5-1. Kansas City's off to a fast start. Let's get to some of the other scores in the Mountain Division. The Idaho Steelheads are over in Wheeling tonight. And looks like that game has already gone final. And looks like for the second straight night, although it's different, the final score is 5-2. That was the final score where Idaho won on Friday night. However, tonight, it's Wheeling that defeats Idaho 5-2. As Thompson had a tough night in net, stopping only 30 of 35 for Idaho. Keaton Mastro Donato and Mark Rassel scored the first 2 goals of the game. Both guys play for Idaho. And Wheeling scored 5 unanswered after that. How about that? 5-2 finals on back-to-back nights. Remember last night, it was Wheeling that scored the first 2 goals of the game, and then Idaho responded with 5 unanswered of their own to get a 5-2 victory. Tonight, it's Idaho that took a 2-0 lead, and then Wheeling responded with 5 unanswered to get the victory. 5-2 Wheeling over Idaho. As Wheeling's record goes to 5-2 this season, the Steelheads fall to 7-2. First intermission over at the Monument. Tulsa and Rapid City are tied at 1. Duarte got Rapid City's goal 17 minutes into the first. Tyler Poulsen, the former rush forward, he gets revenge on his former team. He scored 18:26 into the first period. After 2 periods over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center over in Allen, Kansas City and Allen are tied at 1. Mark Sinclair gets the start in net for the Allen Americans, as that game is tied at 1 in the second intermission. And Kansas City's off to a fast start. You're talking about surprise starts. Kansas City 8-2 through 10 games. The Allen Americans are 3-5. Remember, Allen got off to a slow start last season and really started to pick things up, but they're just 3-5 this year. Kansas City's Cole Koski scored 4:21 into the second period, and Matt Marcineau scored for Allen 14-12 in. Marcineau last season played for Rapid City, and he was one of their best forwards. You know that Allen's going to be loaded with talented forwards like they were last year. But what kind of goaltending are they going to get? That's going to be a big factor as to what kind of season the Allen Americans have. Other action in the league tonight. The Grizzlies' opponent next week will be the Iowa Heartlanders. They play at Extreme Arena in Coralville. Iowa leads Kalamazoo 2-0. Peyton Jones, the former Grizzly netminder, looks like he's picked up let's see if that game's gone final. He has stopped all 20 he has seen. That game has 15 minutes left in the third period, but Peyton Jones is pitching a shutout right now. He has stopped all 20 he has seen. It'll be interesting to see if the Grizzlies go up against Peyton Jones. You know, was a member of the Grizzlies for 2 seasons. It'll be interesting to see because Ryan Kanasowicz obviously has a good scouting report on him. There's also been some Grizzlies players who are on the current roster who are teammates with Peyton Jones. You know, Dakota Raby, Tyler Penner, Dylan Fitz. You know, those guys know Peyton Jones well. And it'll be interesting to see if Peyton Jones next week will play 2 or 3 games against his former team. 6 minutes into the third period, Iowa leads Kalamazoo 2-0. 13 minutes left in the third. Cincinnati leads Indy 6-2. Another high-scoring game over in Toledo. This one's just about to go final. Toledo leads Fort Wayne 7-4. In overtime, Greenville defeats Florida 3-2. Florida's off to a slow start this season. They are just 3-5-1. Greenville's off to a fast start. They are 7-1 this season. Atlanta stays undefeated. They defeat Jacksonville 5-2. Norfolk over Reading 2-1. As the Admirals are off to a fast start this season, they are now 7-3-1-1. And Adirondack defeats Maine by a 4-1 score. We had a lot going on here so far at Maverik Center. Utah leads 1-0, and we had a wedding proposal. They're in the right side of the ice, over there near just in front of the crease. They played a game, first intermission, and then guy got on one knee, and I think everybody in the building knows what that stands for, and she looked like she was pretty happy. She immediately said yes. Good for them. Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are off to a slow start tonight. St. Louis leads Colorado 3-0 that game after 1 period. NHL action that's gone final tonight. Looks like the Wichita Thunder's NHL affiliate, San Jose, is off tonight. Games that have gone final. Detroit defeats Columbus 5-4. Stars over the Jets 3-2. Montreal is a 3-2 overtime winner over Boston. Boston's off to a fast start this season, but they lose in overtime 3-2 to Montreal. Ottawa defeats Calgary 4-1. Carolina is a 4-0 winner over Tampa Bay. Toronto defeats Vancouver 5-2. Pittsburgh shuts out Buffalo 4-0. Starting at 8 o'clock, Edmonton and their 2-9-1 record is at Seattle. Kraken are 5-6-3. And at 8:30, the Flyers are at the LA Kings. Philadelphia 6-7-1 this year. The LA Kings off to a fast start. They are 8-2-3. In college football, some of the big games. Second-ranked Georgia leads Ole Miss 45-14. That game with 10 minutes left in the fourth. Top 25 games have gone final. 19th-ranked LSU falls to Florida 27. Or actually, that game's still going on. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Florida 27, LSU 24. 8th-ranked Alabama over Kentucky 49-21. Third-ranked Michigan defeats Penn State 24-15. Wichita broadcaster Jason Malls attended Penn State. High-scoring game, Illinois defeats Indiana 48-45. Washington defeated Utah in a close one. Utes were in it till the end, 35-28. Washington wins. Their record goes to 10-0. The Utes fall to 7-3. Later on tonight, Iowa State is at BYU. That game will start in about 15 minutes from now. Iowa State is a 7.5-point favorite. BYU is 5-4 on the season, and that's the same case for Iowa State. They are 5-4 as well. I think Utah State had a game. Let's see if we can pull up their score. Maryland over Nebraska, 13-10. Let's see if we can find the Utah State score. And his first intermission here at Maverik Center. Utah leads 1-0. Dylan Fitz picked up his first of the year. Utah State defeats Nevada 41-24. That game is played in Logan. Aggies were 15-point favorites. They go to 5-5 this year. Nevada falls to 2-8. And over in Ogden, Weber State defeats Idaho 31-29. Weber State goes to 5-5 this year. Idaho is now 7-3. So the Wildcats get a victory, and so do Utah State tonight on the gridiron. Both teams are heading on the ice here, and when we come back in 1 minute, we'll have second period action as Utah leads 1-0. Remember, Wichita will be on the power play the first 36 seconds of the second period. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Now we're about set to start the second period. Grizzlies outshot the Thunder 11-5. Cutler's in the penalty box right now, serving as roughing minor. As we show highlights of the first period, Martel slid it to Teixeira. There was one there where Cutler hit the post, and then Teixeira took the shot. Looked like Gorsuch did get a piece of it. It was kind of a combination of puck was near, actually bounced off of Fitz, then hit Gorsuch, and then Fitz was able to put it away, displaying good hands. They show the replay on Flow Sports. And so Dylan Fitz gets the job done, his first of the year. Grizzlies also had some close calls in the first period. Martel had a couple of good looks. But the Grizzlies obviously are going to need to capitalize on some of those chances. It'll be interesting to hear what was said in the locker room with Christian Horn. And I believe Cody Cron's got a suit on the bench as well, helping out Christian Horn with the defensive units. Grizz will be skating from our left to our right here in the second period. Thunder from right to left. Dean Yakura will take the drives out there with Tyler Penner. And Kyle Mayhew and Josh Wesley will keep an eye on Mayhew, who blocked that shot late in the first period. Thunder win the draw. They skate from right to left as Moore gets across center ice. He skates down the middle. Now he enters the zone onside. Veers off to the left point and feeds it to the corner. As around the net, goes to Dickman on the right side, who gets up top for Stenell. Right side, back towards Watts, who chips it to McEachern. Back to Watts, who gets up top for Moore. Moore to Stenell. Left side back to Moore. Fires lefty shot. Saved by Minor. Rebound goes out to Watts. He's along the far boards. as Gorsuch pounds a stick to the ice. Grizzlies back at full strength. Far goal line, McEachern across to Dickman. He'll take a left wing shot. It's blocked by Penner. McEachern, right side near the point, gets it as he was near Moore. As McEachern fires a shot that gets redirected. Dickman tried to slide it in front to Watts. It goes wide as Watts was held up by Dean Yakura. Did an outstanding job. Yakura is a great defensive forward. Penner slides down. Moore. Penner checks over Moore. Moore looks like he's hurt. Moore got slammed along the boards. McEachern goes to yell at Penner. Penner didn't mean to do it, but Moore is down behind Wichita's net. Ice, if we're being honest, the ice had some issues. A couple hours before game time, there's actually concern about whether the game is going to be played. The ice crew did an outstanding job getting the ice playable, but it does look like it's pretty wet here, and I don't think Penner tried to do it. I think Moore just kind of slipped on ice that hasn't quite frozen yet. Moore being looked over by the athletic trainer for Wichita. Hopefully he gets back to his feet, as Moore looks like he's slow to get up. He does get back to his feet. Penner obviously didn't mean to do it. And I didn't really want to mention the ice conditions much, but it looks like that might have played a factor in that situation. Penner does get a penalty, and Wichita is going to go back on the power play. 18:57 left in the second. And hats off to the ice crew to get the ice in playable condition here tonight. It's got a different shade to it, a little bit, here to start the second period. So there is a bit of a concern as to, and really the concern really is once you get the Zamboni out, how long is it going to take for the ice surface to, freeze up? And it looks like it's taking a little bit more time here as Moore checks it over. Oh, they wanted to show the replay. Looks like they won't. Now it looks like they will get a shot at it. Moore just slid down. It didn't look like Penner did much there to slide him down. As you mentioned, the ice conditions were a little bit slushy here. Moore did go down, and if you looked at it live, it looked like a penalty live. And obviously Penner didn't mean to do it, and immediately he was checking to make sure Moore was okay. If anything, you call tripping. Maybe Penner got a stick in the way. Fans, because they showed the replay, fans voiced their displeasure. When you see it live, though, it looked like a penalty. Once you get a replay, put it in slow motion, then you probably have doubts. Maybe you could say that was due to the ice. As Penner gets 2 minutes for tripping. Thunder on the power play. Drop is won by the Thunder. Yoon tripped up Stenell, no call. Near goal line, McEachern throws over to the right side for Watts. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Minor. And Trent holds on without allowing a rebound. As we get a whistle. 8 seconds into the power play. Wichita's got one of the best power play units in the league. They're an even 25% coming into play tonight. And really what makes them lethal is they got multiple finishers, whether it's Dickman or Watts or Stenell. They had a really good power play last season as well. They really do a good job. Seems like that Bruce Ramsey's got some really good stuff he's got there. As off the draw, Stenell shot and it's blocked by Gallant. Stenell, left corner, gets hit by Semick. Dickman gets it. He skates around Utah's net. He chips up top for Watts, but it goes goes around his stick. He couldn't corral it in the right point. And puck goes over to Trevor Gorsuch at the far goal line. As he gets it to Roman Canal. Grizzlies make a line change. Canal drops off for Watts, who gets the center ice. Watts crosses center with speed. He'll get it over to McEachern. Right side is the Thunder ender. McEachern gets up top for Canal. He'll feed it to the left side for Stenell. Across to McEachern, who swings and misses. Puck goes to Watts. Back to Canal. Back to Watts. And Stenell gets it. Slides it back to Watts. Right side. Fires towards the net. Shot saved by Minor. Rebound Grizzlies trying to clear it out. Canal kept it in. Right point. Ice looking a little bit slushy here tonight. At least in the second period. It was good in the first. As McEachern tried to center it to Dickman. Grizzlies pick it off and clear it out. Utah makes a line change. And Wichita will also get a new fresh unit on the ice. Third game in 4 days. Fatigue shouldn't play too much of a factor. As Canal and Nolan Neem back behind Wichita's net. As Canal, at the end of his shift, moves ahead to Wallen. Wallen over to Neem. Neem cuts along the right side as Neem veers off into the corner. As he got it towards Boucher, who couldn't handle it. Josh Wesley clears it out. 30 seconds left in the power play as the Thunder will reset. Canal behind his net. Gets it from Gorsuch. And so move it ahead. Jason Pinio make that Nolan Neem across to Bates. Bates enters the zone. Burke took it away. 2-on-2. Burke skates in. As he looked to center at the Power, puck bounced over his stick. Power gets the stick lifted by Neem. Burke will skate back to neutralize. He'll throw it to Mayhew in Utah's zone. As there's 4 seconds left in the penalty kill. Mayhew sells it towards Wichita's zone deep. Penner's out of the box. He'll skate to the bench. Successful penalty kill for the Grizzlies. Utah leads 1-0. Thunder, 3 minutes into the second period, moves ahead looking for Masella. He got a piece of it, no icing, as the Grizzlies chase after it deep in their own end. Yoon, outlet pass towards Cutler. It's picked off by Masella at neutralize. It goes back to Wichita as Roswell over to Dickman, who backhands it in and bounced off a Yoon stick. Glides towards Miner, gets it back to Yoon at the near goal line. He moves ahead to Cutler, who slides it across to Rabiu. Gets it off the boards near Wichita's net, or Wichita's bench. Ahead to Cutler, right side. He'll take a lefty shot. And a glance off the stick of Masella and flies out of play. Jeremy Masella very active here physically tonight. And at 6'5", 220 pounds, that's just part of his game. Martell will take the draw. I think here with the ice being a little bit slushy, you got to be a little bit more assertive with your passes. Make sure you just go hard at it. As Martell take the draw against Connor McEachern. Both guys wear number 27 for their respective clubs. Draw won by Wichita. As Dominic, don't call me Derek Dockery, as the Thunder get it. Yoon couldn't get it in the far circle. Watts over to Dickman, who crosses center ice. 3-on-3. He enters as it bounces off a skate. Watts has the puck lift on him. Left corner over to McEachern, who's behind Utah's net. He feeds it up top for Pouliot. Pouliot dances around with Martell as he gets to McEachern. McEachern tried to drop it off. The only guy there was a Grizzly. Dickman skates over there, takes it away from Raby. He throws it between the legs of Yoon, and it goes wide of the mark. Thunder back in their own end as Pinio moves out to center ice off the near boards. Watts, left side, threw it behind his back. The only guy there was Corey Thomas, who threw it towards the near wall. Now Burke ahead to Cutler, left wing across the center ice. Grizzlies have numbers. Burke right side, looks to center to Semick. He couldn't handle it. Thunder come back the other way. Wallen gets around Cutler, 2-on-2. Wallen centers it to Watts. Shot! Saved by Miner. Great pass by Wallen, but Miner made the save on the Watts shot. Grizzlies come back the other way. Gallant crosses center ice. Utah skating from left to right. Gallant will fire it off the Penske sign behind Wichita's net. Gallant's been Penske material here this season. Masella crosses center ice. He enters. Over to Watts. He gets poked away by Mayhew. Up ahead, Fitz gets it. He's got a breakaway. Fitz skates down the middle. He'll throw it back in. Shot, he scores! Dylan Fitz gets his second of the game, and Utah's taking a 2-0 lead. Fitz high-fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench. The Grizzlies nudged it ahead once he got it at center ice. He had a breakaway, just skated down Broadway. And what a look as Fitz got the puck and just kind of went with a nice backhand shot. And he didn't really fake to his right. He just simply went towards his left and fired away. Fitz with the goal. Brett Stapley with an assist. Stapley now has an assist in each of his first 2 games in a Grizzlies uniform. Action in the Thunder zone. Messner behind the net as Grizzlies have all sorts of momentum, leading 2-0 as Wesley loses it in the near side as the Thunder throw it out to center ice. Mayhew moves it ahead. Center ice logo is Fitz on hat trick watch. He's got 2 tonight. As Roswell back in his own end will throw it to the far side. Rink wide pass is picked off. Dylan Fitz skates towards the far goal line. Centers the Messer. He'll take a shot. Saved by Gorsuch. As Penner tried to slide it to Fitz, it goes off the near boards. Messner near goal line. Fires a sharp angled shot. Saved by Gorsuch. Boy, the Grizzlies line is buzzing here tonight. Penner, Fitz, and Messner look like they're on top of their game as the fans to their feet. Big time applause with a good Saturday night crowd. Looks like a little bit better than the crowd we saw last night, as this might end up being the second largest crowd of the regular season. 14-17 left in the second. It's Dylan Fitz 2 and the Wichita Thunder 0. Martell take the draw against McEachern. Martell 5 points in this series, all of them coming in the third periods. The Grizzlies have done outstanding in the third frame. They've played well here in the second tonight. As puck along the far side, it goes to center ice. Cutler gets it back, throws it towards Martell. Puck redirects, stays in play. Martell, right point over to Raby, high slot. He'll fire it off the corner on the right side as Martell pushes Canal. as Martell gets slashed by Canal. Canal wants Martell wants a call as Cutler, far side, avoids the check of Neen. Cutler left side tries to slide it to the Teixeira. Puck lifts high into the air. It bounces off the glass right corner as Hume throws it towards Martell. Looks like the Thunder are trying to play Martell physical tonight. Cutler gets the puck near goal line as Cutler gets pushed by Neen. As Cutler towards the right point, drops off for Raby. Raby gets around Canal as Raby near goal line dances. They'll throw it over to Teixeira, high slot. Battle in front of the net. McEachern and Martell push each other. Right side, Semick with a shot, saved by Gorsuch. As Wichita clears it out, it's going to be icing on the Thunder. Martell and McEachern continue to talk at neutral ice as both guys are really pushing each other big time in front of Trevor Gorsuch's net, trying to win that real estate. Good shift by Raby, Martell, and Cutler as they exit. And the Grizz look like they're on top of their game here tonight. And really that message of trying to play a full 60 minutes. So far through 27 minutes of play, so far so good. Fan chugs a beer, but he's got a can, so it's tough to see the progress. Off the draw, Stapley, left wing shot, saved by Gorsuch. As behind the net, 2-on-2 battle. Cole Gallant gets it. He throws it towards Thomas. It glanced off of his stick. Stapley gets it, throws to Burke behind Wichita's net. As Burke, far side, skates towards the circle, drops off for Semick. Will fire lefty shot. Save rebound by Gorsuch. Rebound goes to the left side. As Gallant, left side, skates towards the point. Now he veers off to the right. Gallant, righty shot is blocked in front. Gorsuch trips up Thomas. No call, as the fans think Gorsuch should get a penalty for tripping Thomas. Center ice. Semick, diagonal pass to Thomas. He glanced off his stick. Thomas skates to the corner and he gets it. He battles with Dockery as Burke, far side, chips up top for Wesley. High slot. He feeds it towards Thomas. It bounced off his stick as it goes to Gallant, left side. As Gallant, left point, chips it to Messner. Messner swung and missed as Moore pokes it out to center ice. Moore got pushed by Penner there to start the second period, as looks like both teams are having a tough time handling the puck, and I think the ice surface has a lot to do with it. Wesley lifts it out to center ice. It bounced off the glove of Gallant. He gets it. 3-on-3. Gallant enters. He tried to slide it to Mayhew. It goes directly to Moore. Problem, he plays for Wichita. Watts enters on side. He'll throw it to the far circle. Wesley gets it for Utah. He moves ahead to Fitz. As Mayhew and Watts push each other, Grizzlies enter. Messner left wing, lefty shot. Glove saved by Gorsuch. As Messner had a really good look as he skated into the left circle, Gorsuch made a glove save, and that stops play with 11:46 left in the second. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Thunder nothing. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Utah leads 2-0 as Dylan Fitz has found the back of the net twice. 12:34 into the first period. He scored a power play goal, and then 4:58 in to the second. Brett Stapley fed him a pass at center ice, and then Fitz went down Broadway, went to his left, backhand shot, and got it over Gorsuch for a second of the game. They show a replay. Gorsuch could have gotten a penalty for tripping as he tripped up Corey Thomas a couple minutes ago, and it did look like kind of a deliberate trip there, one that should have been made. As they show the replay on the video board, that gets the fans fired up. Utah leads 2-0, 11:46 left in the second. Messner will take the draw, but it's won by Jake Wallen of Wichita. Messner over to Fitz, who's on hat trick watch. He's got 2 tonight. Over to Messner, who skates along the near goal line. Messner drops off for Wesley. Wesley, sharp-angled shot, saved by Gorsuch. Penner hacks away. Dockery boxes him out. We got some real pushing and shoving after the whistle. 2 Thunder players drag down the Grizzlies. And it looks like that seems to be the kind of game Wichita wants to play to try to get back in this one. As Wichita very aggressive in boxing out to get Gorsuch. Now Kelly Bent and Fitz have some words. Pouliot. Looks like one of the linesmen's pointing to the penalty box and telling Pouliot, you go there. So looks like Utah might get a power play. Initially, it was a great job by Dockery boxing out Utah and Penner in particular in front of the net. He did a great job there, but then the Thunder got pretty aggressive once the whistle blew. As Wesley took the shot, Dockery pushed Penner. That's a good defensive play by Dockery, and then Messner came in. Gorsuch lost his helmet, and then Pouliot went to attack Messner from behind. Pouliot dragged down Messner, and that's where the penalty came. Pouliot gets 2 minutes for roughing, 8:30 into the second period. So the Grizzlies going to go on the power play, leading by 2. Gorsuch lost his helmet, and that's why play stopped. Draw's going to be in the right circle. Creative sign by a fan near the Wichita penalty box. Says, your mother is very disappointed. I actually think Pouliot's mother loves him. You know, it's even though he's in the penalty box, I think his mom likes Xavier Pouliot. I'm pretty sure she's a fan. There's 6 on the ice right now for the Grizzlies. Now Wesley comes off. Gallant will take the draw. He's got Raby to his left and Burke to his right. Up top is Mayhew and Teixeira. So 2 defensemen for the Grizzlies on this power play shift. Wallen will take the draw for Wichita. And the faceoff won by Utah. As Teixeira over to Mayhew, who feeds to Raby right side. Raby over to Teixeira, back to Mayhew, high slot. He'll slide to his left for Teixeira. As Burke gets it towards Gallant, feeds it across the Teixeira's on the right wing. Up top for Mayhew. As Mayhew over to Teixeira, right circle. Teixeira dances around, throws to Gallant, who's behind Wichita's net. Gallant over to Mayhew, one-timer, stick goes flying, and it's Wichita's. Looked like the stick hit Gorsuch. Raby up top for Teixeira, as there's a stick laying to the side of Wichita's net. Raby right side across to Mayhew, and it's picked up by the Penn State product, Connor McEachern, as Jeremy Masella fires it all the way to Minor, as Minor gloves it about shoulder high, and the Grizzlies reset the attack. Utah makes a line change halfway through the power play. Grizz lead 2-0 halfway through the contest, as Wesley gains the line, right wing, dumps it to the corner and chases after it. As Fitz along the far wing boards, shovels it towards the end wall. As Stapley pushes Canal. Canal throws it between his legs to Peter Bates, who clears it out. Crowd a little bit quiet here, surveying things. About 40 seconds left in the power play. As Wesley down the middle, fakes to Martell, throws it behind his back for Stapley. Now some fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. Cutler skates down the middle, now veers off to the left, gets tripped up, gets back to his feet. As Neen delivered a blow on Cutler in the far corner. Now Dickman gets the puck, and he'll backhand it out. Dickman gets blasted by the Rooster. Dickman back to his feet. As puck to the far side, Martell gets it. Dickman nearby, as Dickman tried to deliver an elbow on Martell and missed. Fitz enters, he gets to Stapley, right point, back to Fitz. Fitz at the near goal line, throws it up top for Wesley. Wesley late in the power play, fires towards the net, saved by Gorsuch. As Martell up top for Wesley, back to full strength. Pouliot, as Wesley dives before Pouliot could get the puck fresh out of the box. And that was at neutral ice. Masella pushes Stapley. Martell enters, right side, skates towards the circle. Martell righty shot, save, rebound shot, saved by Gorsuch. Rebound shot by Stapley, and it's blocked by Masella. Semick right side fires towards the net. It gets redirected by Dockery. Messner's been outstanding tonight. He battles with Dockery, but Dockery gets the puck over to Watts. Messner with a back check as Watts moves ahead to Bates. Now the Thunder enter. Stenell over to Bates to the near goal line. He skates around Utah's net. Stenell to the right side. Now he's in the high slot. He stops and reverses back to the right side. Bates with a lefty shot. And it's blocked by Yakura. Lots of block shots by Yakura. 2-on-3. Power across the center ice. Spin move. He lost the puck. Watts dumps it in from the left wing at neutral ice. Minor cuts it off behind his net. Thomas ahead to the Yakura, who's in front of Utah's net. He'll backhand it to center ice. Burke gets it 2-on-3. Burke enters from the left side as he stops in the corner. As Roswell pushes him, Burke keeps his feet and feeds it up top for Teixeira. One-timer, and it's blocked out in front. Stays in play to the right wing as Yoon gets to Raby. Raby on the right side fires a lefty shot that goes wide with Power trying to redirect it. As Teixeira over in the corner gets cut off. Roswell slides into Canal behind Wichita's net. Now the Thunder in business. Watts long range pass connects. Brate skates towards the right circle, take a shot, and he scores. And that's Peter Bates, who's been outstanding this series. He scores for the third straight game and is fourth in the series. As the long-range pass connected, and Bates knew exactly what to do with it. Great play all around as he caught the puck, skated towards the right circle, and roofed it over Trent Miner. It's now a 2-1 game as Peter Bates has just been outstanding in this series. Bates with the goal, Watts and Roman Canal with the assist. Time of goal, 11:55 into the second period. Boy, with the Grizzlies having the power play, you're talking about up by 2 goals, and, Wichita just continues to battle. Looks like they're going to be a pretty good team, but they're showing some character here, not quitting here. Down 2, as now it's a 1-goal deficit for the Thunder. As Kelly Bent throws to center ice, Fitz chases after it, he gets it, and he skates towards his own zone. He'll move it across to Wesley, who slides to center ice, as Penner dumps it in as he gets hit by Kelly Bent. As Pouliot behind his net will start the attack. He'll skate down the middle. Outlet pass to center ice, cut off by Mayhew. As Fitz skates in from the right side near the boards. He'll take a righty shot that goes high as it glances off the glass and ricochets to center ice. Mayhew over to Wesley, who throws it past Fitz, and he got redirected though. Fitz got a piece of it, no icing. Deep in the Thunder zone, Dockery moves it ahead. Left wing pass to Boucher goes behind him. Semick in the Grizzlies zone, the Arizona State product. Across to Corey Thomas, who played at the University of Vermont. Cutler skates over there. He played in junior hockey in the WHL. Over to Semick, who gets it to the Michigan man, Dakota Raby. Raby, a California native, ahead to the Rooster. Martell skates towards the right side, centered it in front to Thomas. It goes past him. Cutler over to Raby. Left circle, backhand shot. Gets kicked away. Semick, high slot shot, saved by Gorsuch. Now Cutler with a shot, pad saved by Gorsuch. Rebound goes to the far corner. Martell slides up top for Thomas. He fired towards the net. It gets blocked. McEachern, right side, skates in, 2-on-2. McEachern, backhand shot, and hits the side of the net. Hit a little bit of iron. Dickman feeds out in front. Good defensive play by Yoon, cutting in front of Moore. As Yoon goes down, McEachern left wing. Ice playing tricks as McEachern will bounce it off of Yoon. Puck flies in the air as it goes to the right corner. Action in the Grizzly zone. As Utah leads 2-1. 6:18 left in the second. Grizzlies get it. Cutler crosses center ice, 3-on-2. Cutler over to Yoon, left side, who tried to slide it in front of Martell, and Wichita picks it off. 2-on-2, Stenell, left circle, slides it across to Bates. Bates backhand shot, it's the side of the net, as he lost his balance as well. Up ahead to Cole Gallant, who gets it at the Wichita blue line. Gallant skates towards the near goal line. Sharp angled shot, saved by Gorsuch. Rebound goes to Utah. Burke over to Stapley, shot, saved by Gorsuch. As Stapley had a one-timer from the slot. Stapley gets it back. Far corner, over to Gallant, the Western Michigan product. He gets pushed in the back by Watts. No call. 2-on-2. Thunder have it. Stenell enters the zone on side. Throws it towards Watts. It bounced off his skate. Roswell and Burke push each other. As we get a whistle, I think we got a penalty. Slashing is the call. Who's it going to be on? And it's going to be on the Thunder. Braden Watts gets the penalty. 2 minutes for slashing. Grizzlies are on the power play when we come back in 1 minute. Grizzlies hockey brought to you by Coca-Cola, where real magic is only a sip away. Watts, 2 minutes for slashing, 14:30 into the second period. Dylan Fitz 2 and Peter Bates 1. Grizzlies over the Thunder by 1 here late in the second period on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
A lot of good end-to-end action here at Maverik Center. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second. Utah's on the power plays. Braden Watts got called for slashing. A lot of good end-to-end action as Wichita really putting together a good effort here in the second period after Utah took a 2-0 lead. Let's see if the Grizz can get some second period insurance. Cutler will take the face off. He's got Fitz, who's got 2 goals tonight on the left wing, and Martell to the right. Grizz win the draw. Josh Wesley across to Stapley, right wing. Stapley throws it across. Wichita picks it off in the slot. Dickman tried to slide it over, and it goes to center ice. Ice looking a bit slushy here tonight as the puck is playing tricks here in the second period, as it's kind of deteriorated as the second period's gone on. As Stapley, right side, will center it over to Cutler. Shot, save, rebound, shot. And it goes just wide. Gorsuch dives to cut off Cutler. Left point. Wesley over to Martell. As Martell gets it back to Wesley. So feed it to Stapley on the right side. Stapley back to Wesley. One-timer. Saved by Gorsuch. And the puck flies out of play into section 124. Well, good action by the Grizzlies. Great job by the ice crew making the ice surface playable. They had some issues earlier this afternoon. Like Cutler had a look there on a one-timer from the slot. Got a little bit of it, kind of a change-up that Gorsuch was able to make the save on. Same 5 on the ice. Stapley will take the draw with Cutler to his left and Fitz to his right. Up top is Martell and Wesley. McEachern will take the draw for Wichita. 4:51 left in the second. 1:21 left in the Grizzlies power play. Utah is dominating the shot count 25-10. Grizz win the draw. Cutler on the right side. Dances around on the point. Across to Martell. One-timer, and he didn't get much on it. Puck at Martell's ankle. He gets to Wesley. No, back to Martell. Up top for Wesley, over to Martell. Across to Stapley. Stapley, right circle off to Wesley. Shot saved by Gorsuch. Rebound to the far goal line. As Martell skates over, he gets pushed by Pouliot. Martell keeps the puck. Now he gets up top for Wesley. Left point. Wesley over to Stapley on the right side, just outside the circle. Stapley to Cutler on the right side near the corner. Cutler across to Martell, tapped off a McEachern stick. Martell just gathers it and throws to Wesley. Now right side for Stapley. Stapley, toe drag, shot and score! Brett Stapley gets his first in the Grizzlies uniform, and Utah's taking a 3-1 lead. Great move by Stapley. He was in the right circle, toe drag towards the slot, and just fed it past the ankle of Trevor Gorsuch. It's Utah's second power play goal of the night, and Utah is now up 2 again. Stapley kind of had to get around Pouliot's stick with the puck and make a nice crafty move. That's Stapley's 12th professional goal. He had 11 last season with the Trois Rivières Lions. Fitz was out net front trying to redirect it, which would have been Fitz's 3rd of the game. But it's Brett Stapley getting his first in a Utah uniform, with Martell and Wesley getting the assist. We're back to skating 5-on-5. Grizz ice the puck, and the arm is raised by Tyler Keston, the linesman, as we stop play with 4:03 left in the second. Grizz are up to 27 shots. Thunder have taken 10. I think that might be Wesley's second assist of the game, if I remember right. Wesley did get an assist on the Fitz power play goal, so 2 power play assists for the captain, Josh Wesley, tonight. Draw's going to be in the left circle. Utah leads 3-1. But watch out, the Thunder seem to be that type of team that doesn't give up, as Utah wins the draw. Power gets poked away by Masella. As Messner head towards Power. Power on the right side couldn't reach it. Now he chases after it deep in the zone. The Thunder zone, as Messner over there, Yoon in the area. As Messner gets it, he's played a good game. Messner over to Power, take a shot, he scores! Baby Orn Gower, Jared Power makes it 4-1. That was a great pass by I believe, Messner over to Powers on the left side. And Jared Power, a sigh of relief, knowing he had that close call on the empty net that he missed late in the first period. Power gets his second pro goal, and it was Messner who slid it across the Power, and Power fired it over the right shoulder of Trevor Gorsuch. And this has got to be the best that Mick Messner has looked in his time as a Grizzly. He's been outstanding tonight. Messner now with an assist in back-to-back games. Power with the goal. Yoon gets an assist as well as Messner. Yoon now has an assist in 3 straight games. His first 3 points as a pro. Out at center ice. Grizzlies attack again. Go on, right side, fires towards the net. Kick saved by Gorsuch. As over to the near corner. Wallen Moves ahead to Kelly Bent. Bent right wing pass lifts to Boucher. Boucher couldn't handle it. He now gets in the right corner. As Boucher goes down, Thomas delivered a hit. As puck goes back to Boucher, but his stick broke. He couldn't play. Boucher skates towards the bench for a stick. Puck in the slot. Wichita couldn't reach it. Now Wallen, who was on his stomach, throws it to the corner. Thomas gets it for Utah. And still tapping off the near wing board. Stapley over to Gallant. He's got good speed. Gallant over to Burke. He's on the right side. Burke takes a lefty shot and is blocked by Dockery. Puck on its side as Wesley gets the wobbler. As Gallant over to Burke near goal line. Tried to chip it to Cutler out in front. And Gorsuch got a stick in the way. As Gallant over towards Mayhew, who swung and missed as he was back checked by Stenell. Now left wing. Cutler shot and a pad save by Gorsuch. As Messner lifts it high into the air. Cutler swung and missed. Now he gets it behind the net. Cutler surveys. Feeds to Wesley. Shot. Saved by Gorsuch. Martell slides to Raby. He couldn't get a shot off as he was held up by Dockery's stick. As Wichita crosses center ice, now they enter. Stenell tries to split a double team. He gets held up as Martell gets the puck. Martell out to center ice. He crosses the red line. Now he crosses the blue. Cutler gets pushed by Bates. Wesley, right wing shot. Kick saved by Gorsuch. As Raby across to Martell. One-timer. Saved by Gorsuch. Boy, good look by the Rooster there with 2:01 left in the second. But Gorsuch displayed pretty good reflexes in making that stop. 4-1 Utah. We'll go over all the stats during the second intermission. We'll also talk some hockey, as this is exactly the type of second period you wanted to see from the Grizzlies. They have outshot the Thunder 32-10. As they had 18 shots in the third period last night, 11 in the first period, and 21 so far in the second. As Grizz up by 3. 4-1's the score off the draw. Fitz left wing shot saved by Gorsuch. As Fitz looking for the hat trick and had a look there. Fitz and Jeremy Masella talk things over. Masella probably giving Fitz a lecture about being near his goaltender. Fitz was just looking for a rebound. As Gorsuch bobbled it for a second before covering up. That's exactly what Masella was doing. Giving the old stay away from my goaltender lecture or you'll get my glove in your face. As the draw in the far circle, look, Fitz is like, whatever, go ahead, I'm just doing my job. As the draw won by Wichita. As they're back deep in their own end. As Masella moves ahead. Poked away by Messner. Right wing, Fitz didn't get much on a shot as the puck was bouncing on him. Penner neutralized, fires it towards Gorsuch, who kicks it back to the far corner. Messner gets pushed by Moore before coming off. This is the best Mick Messner's looked in a Grizzlies uniform. He's been outstanding. Assist in 2 straight games. Great pass to Jared Power for Utah's 4th goal. At center ice, Watts dumps it in as the puck lifted off the stick of Yoon. Deep in the Grizzlies zone, Teixeira moves it towards Penner. Penner behind Utah's goal line near side. Chips it towards Gallant. He couldn't get a piece of it. Arm is raised by the linesman, and Utah gets called for icing with 1:17 left in the second. 11 shots for the Grizzlies in the first period, 22 in the second. Thunder, 5 shots in the first and 5 in the second. Utah led 1-0 after 1 period. They've outscored the Thunder 3-1 here in the second. Draw near side of the Grizzlies zone. Utah wins it. Teixeira goes down, battling with Boucher. Right point, Nolan Neen with a righty shot, and it goes wide off the protective netting. I think it bounced off of Gallant's stick. The fan gets a souvenir over in, I believe, section 108, 109. Guy in a Joe Sakic jersey. Good crowd here tonight, and it looks like they're having a good time. Wallen will take the face-off against Brett Stapley. 7th and final game of the homestand. Grizzlies 3-3 so far. A victory tonight would mean they'd have a winning homestand at 4-3. And they'd also win the series as it's the rubber match. Wichita wins the draw. Neen over to Boucher. Left side shot. It's blocked by Semick. Cole Gallant will fire it towards the Wichita blue line. Puck kind of wobbles outside, taken by Neen. And so moving out to center ice. Boucher tries to dump it in and fanned on it. Boy, the ice surface here is making it tough to possess the puck and do something with it. As Bent backhands it towards the Wichita bench, it ricochets off the Smith sign. As Neen dumps it in. Minor fires it towards the far side. It goes back to neutral ice. Neen near the Grizzlies bench. He backpedals into his own zone. He slides it across to Canal. Canal wearing number 4, left wing, crosses center ice. Drops it off for Boucher, but Boucher let it go. Delayed offside. Canal gets it back at neutral ice. 23 seconds left in the period. Utah leads 4-1 as Canal throws it to center ice. Wallen drops it off for Bates, who skates in. Bates, right side, stops near the board. Centers it to Canal, take a lefty shot that goes wide. He tried to go stick side on Minor. Canal bounces it to the right point. McEachran keeps it in. McEachran lefty shot. Bounces off of Boucher in the slot. As Stapley throws to center ice. It bounced off the linesman. The horn sounds. And that will do it for 40 minutes here at Maverik Center. Grizzlies fans give the team a standing ovation here as good second period for the Grizzlies. Dylan Fitz has 2 goals. Jared Power atoned for, really, that had to feel great for Jared Power, knowing he had that call there in the end of the first period on that open net. And had to feel great for him to get that goal. The Mount Royal product, who scored 1 goal at the end of last season, got his second pro goal. Mick Messner with an assist in back-to-back games. Messner was the one that threw that pass to Power. Brian Yoon with an assist on that same goal. He now has a point in 3 straight games. Josh Wesley, 2 power play assists. Both of them scored by Dylan Fitz. And what you got to say? 2/3 of the way through playing a full 60 minutes. You talk about taking it 20 minutes at a time. The Grizzlies wanting to play a full 60. So far, they played a good first 40 minutes of play here. Utah's up by 3. When we come back, we'll recap the first 2 frames statistically, and we'll also go over some news and notes. In the first period, the most exciting thing was the wedding proposal during the intermission. A lot of exciting highlights here in the second. We'll come back and talk some hockey in 90 seconds after this word from Maverik. We're at Rio Tinto, America First and Affinity. Utah leads 4-1 after 2 periods. Santa Claus walking behind me on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center. Utah leads 4-1. Dylan Fitz scored the first 2 goals of the game. He scored the only tally in the first period, 12:34 in, with Teixeira and Wesley getting the assist. It was a power play goal. Utah's 2 for 4 on the power play tonight. Grizz led 1-0 after 1. They outshot the Thunder 11-5 in the first period. Well, in the second period, the Thunder had 5 shots. The Grizzlies doubled their total with 22. That's right, 22 shots for the Grizzlies in the second period. Fitz made it 2-0 as he scored 4:58, and it was on a breakaway. Stapley outletted out to center ice, and then Fitz got it, and it was just one-on-one from there. He just skated down the middle. Never really faked to his right. Fitz one of those guys. He just kind of skates north-south and doesn't really put a whole lot of moves. Just kind of went to his backhand and then fired it over Trevor Gorsuch. For Fitz, it's his second goal of the game and second of the season. Brett Stapley with his second assist of the year. Stapley in his second game with Utah, he had an assist in his Grizzlies debut last night. When it was 2-0, it looked like the momentum was in Utah's favor. Easy for me to say. Boy, the English language has been elusive for me tonight. But the Thunder kept playing. Later in the second period, 11:55 in, it was a long-range pass that went from about end to end from left to right and connected with Peter Bates. Bates skated towards the right circle and fired it past Trent Miner. Bates has been outstanding in this series. He had 1 goal and 1 assist on Wednesday. He had 2 second-period goals on Friday night. And tonight, a second-period goal, which right now is Wichita's only tally. Bates now has 7 goals on the season. Watts and Canal with the assists. And for Braden Watts, that's his 13th assist already this season. Grizz got on a power play after Braden Watts got called for a slashing minor. 14:30 in, and the Grizz connected. As it was 1:20 into the power play, Brett Stapley was on the right side. He had to make really a crafty move to get the puck around the stick of Poliot so he can have a clean view of can get a clean shot off. Made a great move, got around Poliot's stick with it on the toe drag, and then fired away. Kind of a low liner past the ankle of Trevor Gorsuch. As Stapley got his first of the year. It's his 12th professional goal. He scored 11 last year at Trois Rivières. That made it a 3-1 game. And less than half a minute later, 26 seconds after Stapley made it 3-1, it was Jared Power getting his first of the year as Mick Messner was over on the right side, feathered it across to Power, and Power made sure he didn't miss this one. And they had to feel great for Jared Power, not only getting on the board for the season, but knowing how the first period ended with Gorsuch just kind of lazily throwing a pass the blue line and Power having an open net and just missing just wide. He really didn't miss by much. It probably felt really good for him to get that goal there late in the second period. So, Jared Powers really stood out tonight. I think it's the best Mick Messner's looked in a Grizzlies uniform. The Grizzlies are really getting a lot from that Messner, Penner, Fitz line tonight. That's what's really made the first 2 periods so exciting to watch for the Grizzlies, is the fact that everybody's contributing. It looks like Jacob Semick and Corey Thomas are playing well. And I really like that defensive pairing of Keone Teixeira and Brian Yoon. Seems like that duo really has worked well together. Late in the first period, we saw Kyle Mayhew block the shot, and it was good to see him back on the ice for the second period. Trent Miners looked solid tonight. He hasn't had to work a whole lot. He has just stopped 9 of 10, as he's not exactly been a busy goaltender here so far. Wichita's Trevor Gorsuch has been a little bit more busy. He saw 31 shots on Wednesday night, stopping 29 of them already through 2 periods tonight. He has seen 33 shots, stopping 29. Utah has really dominated the special teams, 2 for 3 on the power play, and a perfect 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Grizz have 7 power play shots to Wichita's 2. A lot of giveaways on both sides. Utah with 11 giveaways, Wichita with 10. Scoring chances, though. We saw in the last 3 periods, 10 scoring chances of the 18 shots in the third period last night, 7 in the first period, and 13 in the second, according to the off-ice officials. So the last 3 periods, the Grizzlies have 30 scoring chances. So you're talking about a team that's really getting a lot of good looks. 20 tonight for Utah, 5 scoring chances for Wichita. The battle of the face-off circle, Utah has that edge, 19 to 16. Wichita won that battle 10 to 6 in the first period, and in the second, it was the Grizzlies that had a 13 to 6 edge. The ice surface, I mentioned it before. We really didn't want to mention it much, but they had some issues in the afternoon, and the ice crew did an outstanding job making it playable for the game. Now, first period looked like the ice was pretty good. For whatever reason, the second period, it looked pretty slushy. And I know that Marty and Adam are looking at it right now. They want to make sure that the ice gets to a cool temperature, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this one tonight. We did see it come into play there very early in the second period. Tyler Penner got called for the tripping penalty as Leighton Moore crashed into the boards. Luckily, Moore was able to get back to his feet, and Penner certainly didn't mean to do it. But you wonder if the ice surface hadn't quite they'd gotten to a point there yet, and it was just pretty slippery. They're at points in the second period, and as a result, it seemed like both teams had a tough time possessing the puck at times. Teams just got to be assertive with their passes. They just got to make sure they move the puck with confidence. You just got to make sure that you're a little bit extra conscious of handling the puck, especially here in the third period if the ice surface is having a tough time staying cool. We mentioned the homestand ends tonight. Grizzlies trying to win the series, and obviously they got the 4-1 lead, but they're looking for a winning homestand. And that's going to be big for the Grizzlies. If they want to contend for the division title, they're going to have to find a way to protect home ice and maybe win 23, 24 games at home, that sort of thing. Grizzlies will be on the road next week. They'll take on the Iowa Heartlanders. How about this for a Wednesday game, though? If you're sitting at work, if you got kind of that early show up at work at 9 a.m., well, good news. Fire up the computer, fire up Flow Sports. If you're just going to go with YouTube, go with that. Wednesday is going to be a 9:35 local start here in the Salt Lake Valley. It's one of those games where you're going to have a lot of kids in attendance, one of those field trip kind of games. I'm sure the kids are going to like that over in Iowa. The game is going to be a 10:35 local start over in Iowa and 9:35 here in the Salt Lake Valley. I don't know. Coverage will start about 9:20 in the morning. We'll just have to get our morning cup of joe and some tea and honey and be able to call some hockey and have a post-game lunch. The Grizzlies haven't had one of those morning games in quite a while. I think the last time I recall the Grizzlies having one of those morning games was in the 2017-2018 season over in Rapid City in February. And soon after that game, the Grizzlies made a 2-for-2 trade, trading Cliff Watson and Ryan Olsen to the Colorado Eagles. That was the last year that Colorado was in this league. And the Grizzlies in return got Jake Marchment and Gage Osmus. So it's been a while since the Grizzlies have played one of those morning games, and we'll have it this upcoming Wednesday. Note the start time in the Salt Lake Valley is going to be 9:35 in the morning. Friday and Saturday are going to be a little bit more normal times. I think it's going to be a 5:35 start on Friday, and they're supposed to start on Saturday at 5:05. Iowa's already had a couple games where they've moved. In one case, they moved the date, and the other they moved the time back because the Iowa Hawkeyes have a football game. It'll be interesting to see if Peyton Jones will be in net on Wednesday against his former team, as Jones is a member of the Iowa Heartlanders. Let's see. He had a shutout going on into the third period. He did not keep the shutout going, though, but he did get the victory. Kalamazoo scored 9:31 into the third, but the Heartlanders come away with a 2-1 victory. Iowa looks like they've got a lot of really tough names to pronounce. If you look at their roster, I'm going to have my work cut out for me next week. First meeting between the Grizzlies and Heartlanders since February of 2022. Iowa defeats Kalamazoo 2-1. That's the Grizzlies' opponent next week. Iowa's record goes to 2-4-2. Kalamazoo falls to 3-5. Kansas City scored 2 in the third period. They defeat Allen 3-1 as Walker and Robertson scored third period goals for Kansas City. Morris got the victory in net for the Mavericks. He stopped 28 of 29. Mark Sinclair for Allen played a good game. He stopped 35 of 37. But it's Kansas City that goes to 9-2 on the season. Allen falls to 3-6. Halfway through the second period, Tulsa and Rapid City are tied at 2. Well, I wonder what happened there. It looked like a bit of a delay as that game started about the same time the Grizzlies started. But according to the ECHL app, they're just halfway through the second period there with the score tied at 2. The other action in the league is gone final. Looks like we only have 2 games left in the league. The Grizzlies and the one over in Rapid City, where Tulsa and Rapid City are tied at 2. Cincinnati over Indy 6-2. Toledo leads Fort Wayne Toledo defeated Fort Wayne 7-4. Idaho picked up their second loss of the season as Wheeling won 5-2 over the Idaho Steelheads. Interestingly enough, Idaho scored the first 2 goals of the game, and then Wheeling scored 5 unanswered. Last night, it was a 5-2 final, but it was Wheeling that scored the first 2 goals of the game, and then Idaho scored 5 unanswered. And the roles were reversed tonight, and Wheeling comes away with a 3-goal victory. In overtime, Greenville defeats Florida 3-2. Atlanta stays undefeated. The record goes to 9-0 as they defeat Jacksonville 5-2. Norfolk over Reading 2-1. And Adirondack is a 4-1 winner over the Maine Mariners. In college football, the University of Utah lost 35-28 to unbeaten Washington, as the Washington Huskies go to 10-0 this season. The Utes fall to 7-3. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Iowa State leads BYU 10-7. Both teams are 5-4 on the year. Utah State and Weber State each picked up victories, as Utah State won over Nevada. The final score of that game was, I think it was 44-28, if I remember right. And Weber State picked up a 39-21 victory over Idaho. It was 41-24. Utah State over Nevada. Weber State goes to 5-5 this season. They defeat Idaho 31-29. A lot of NHL action tonight. The Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are taking on St. Louis. And after 2 periods, St. Louis leads Colorado 4-1. Colorado's 8-4 this season. St. Louis is 6-5-1. Games have gone final tonight. Detroit over Columbus 5-4. Dallas beats the Jets. Dallas over Winnipeg 3-2. Montreal in overtime defeats Boston 3-2. Ottawa is a 4-1 winner over Calgary. Carolina shuts out Tampa Bay 4-0. Toronto over Vancouver 5-2. Washington over the New York Islanders 4-1. Penguins defeat the Sabres 4-0. And Arizona over Nashville 7-5. First intermission, Edmonton leads Seattle 4-0. And halfway through the first period, no score between the Flyers and Kings. I want whatever Chris Hagen's having, as he rocking away over there at the scores table. So everybody having a good time with air guitar Cam. Interestingly enough, we haven't seen Titanic Cam there in a few games. Maybe next homestand. When we come back in 1 minute, we'll have third period action. Grizzlies lead 4-1 as Dylan Fitz has 2 power play goals, or he has 2 goals, one of them on the power play. Josh Wesley with 2 power play assists. We'll come back in 1 minute and have third period action on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
Having a lot of fun tonight as Grizzlies take on the Wichita Thunder with Utah 4-1. Grizz with a 3-goal lead here in the series finale. Wichita won 4-2 on Wednesday night, and the Grizzlies responded, overcoming a 4-1 deficit to score 4 unanswered and win 5-4 last night. Watch out for Jordan Martell here in the third period. He had 1 goal and 1 assist in the third period on Wednesday night, and last night, 1 goal and 2 assists, with all of them coming in the third period. So watch out for him here in the third tonight with Utah up by 3. The shot count has really been in Utah's favor. 33 shots to Wichita's 10. Thunder 5 shots in each of the first 2 periods. Utah had 11 in the first and 22 in the second. This broadcast is presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott, producing premier American copper and proudly celebrating 120 years of operations in the Utah community. Cutler will take the face-off. Martell and Raby with Wesley and Mayhew. Connor McEachran will take the draw for Wichita. Puck is dropped. We're underway in the third. Grizzlies skate from right to left. Wesley ahead to Martell near the Grizzlies bench. He slides over to Mayhew, who couldn't get the bouncing puck. Mayhew gets it off the wall. Mayhew over to Wesley on the far side. Back to Martell. Across to Cutler over to Raby, left side. Raby enters the zone over to Cutler, left circle. Cutler fanned on it as he was trying to shovel it across. Canal and Cutler battle as McEachern takes it away from both of them. Up ahead to neutralize. Kicked off the skate of Braden Watts. Raby over to Cutler. Grizzlies re-enter. Cutler chips it to Wesley. High slot. Righty shot. Save. Rebound shot. Saved by Gorsuch as Raby had the second look. Wesley the first. Now left wing. Shot. Kick saved by Gorsuch as a bouncing puck towards the right wing. Wesley gets it. Watts took it away from him. Watts will ricochet it off the far wing boards. Mayhew chases after it. Both teams make a line change behind him. As Mayhew ahead to Gallant, who enters. Back to Burke. Trying to get it back to Gallant. Passes wide. There's a ricochets off the end wall. Stapley over to Mayhew, who shovels it across. Delayed offside. Wichita takes it. 3-on-3. They enter the zone. As Moore, left side, across to Stenell, trying to feed it back across. The pass went between the legs of Peter Bates. Bates gets it back. Left circle. Mayhew shadowing him. He feeds up top to Pouliot. Now to Stenell, right side, who fires a shot that goes wide as he tried to go low on Minor. Moore left point, wraps it around the wall. Stenell couldn't reach it. It goes to the near side as Burke tries to carry it out of the zone and now eventually gets it to center ice as he let it go at the Utah blue line. As Dockery back to Pouliot. He throws a right wing pass to center ice for Moore. It tapped off a Teixeira stick. Puck at the Wichita blue line. They move it out to Moore, who bounces it off of Fitz, who's on hat trick watch with 2 goals tonight. As it's the second straight game where a Grizzlies skater has scored 2 goals. Cutler had 2 last night. Pouliot ahead to Wallen. Wallen enters. He avoids Teixeira's check. Wallen, centering pass, shot goes wide. Bent feeds it across. It tapped off the near glass. It goes to Penner. Ahead for Fitz. It tapped off his stick and glides towards Gorsuch. Gorsuch throws it around his net. Messner on the right side. Throws it back to Fitz, who's behind the net. Fitz over to Thomas, left wing. Thomas fires towards the net. Messner redirects it and it goes just wide. Messner skates to the near corner to get it. He'll skate towards the point. Messner over to Fitz, left side. He'll take a shot that goes wide. Penner trying to redirect it. He got a stick lifted by Boucher. Fitz in the right point, fires towards the net. Gorsuch makes a routine glove save about chest high. As he holds on, we get a whistle with 17:27 left in regulation. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Thunder 1. We mentioned it before a few times, but that Messner, Penner, and Fitz forward line is really produced tonight. And they put together a really good shift just now as they come off the ice. Martell will take the draw against Connor McEachern. Face-off won by Wichita. As Jeremy Masella, the big 6'5 defenseman, skates around his net, moves to Dickman, who's just about as big, if not bigger than Masella. As center ice, Martell fires a shot, and it's blocked by Masella. Action in the Wichita zone as Roswell over to Masella. Thunder skate from left to right as Masella carries it out to neutralize, gets to center and throws to Dickman, who feeds it between the legs of Watts. As Raby, right side, enters the zone, avoids Masella's check, but loses the puck. McEachern, 2-on-3. He enters the zone. Left point, lefty shot is blocked away by Minor as the Thunder try to get to Dickman from behind the net. Raby picked it off. Raby out to center ice, lifts it in, bounced off the stick of Neen and hits off a Canal and rolls to Gorsuch, who throws it to the near side. Martell left point across to Yakura. Yakura winds the fires and hits the side of the net. Close call as he was looking for his first of the year. As Neen pushes down Raby. Raby loses his helmet. As fans want a penalty there, as Raby argues his case, Raby picks up his helmet and is yelling at the referee. Left side, Wichita, lefty shot, saved by Minor. As that shot was taken by Mikkel Stenell. Raby can't believe a call wasn't made as Neen pushed him down in the right corner. Raby's helmet fell off. As Neen battled in the corner, just dragged down Raby. Hopefully Raby's okay as his helmet fell off and then he hit the ice. Hopefully his head didn't bounce off the Maverik Center ice there. Raby on the bench. Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, cleans up his helmet. Looks like Raby's okay though. Draw on the far side, won by the Grizzlies in their own zone. Yoon throws it towards the far side. Gallant gets hit in the back by Dockery as the puck goes out of play into the front row of section 126. So fan comes away with a souvenir. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone, far circle. 16-14 left in the third. Utah's up to 37 shots. Thunder have taken 11. So a 4-1 edge here for the Grizzlies in the third period. Utah wins the draw. Yoon lifts it in the air. Puck glides on its side, and Gorsuch covers up as Power was chasing after it. Draw's going to be in the Thunder zone. 16:07 left in the third as Xavier Pouliot and Jared Power exchange some words. Faceoffs in the far circle. Cole Gallant talking things over with Dean Yakura. Yakura, 38 years old, 14th year pro. He'll take the draw. Power on the right side. Up top is Teixeira and Yoon. Yakura kicked out of the faceoff circle. Power will take the draw, the Mount Royal product. As he wins the faceoff. Yoon over to Teixeira. Back to the high slot for Gallant, who will backhand it off the left corner. As Grizz skating from right to left in the period. Power over towards Teixeira, taken by Moore. As the Thunder feed it off the near wing boards. It goes into the Grizzlies zone. Teixeira skates after it. He gets it in the near circle of Utah's end. He'll back it out to Yoon. Yoon outlets it to Power near neutral ice. He moves it ahead. Right wing pass to Yakura. He couldn't reach it. No icing. Grizzlies make a full line change. 4.5 minutes into the third period. Utah leads 4-1. As Peter Bates gets around Penner. Bates crosses center ice. Left wing. Skates in around 5 Grizzlies. He'll take a lefty shot. Glove save by Minor. Boy, if Bates would have scored, that would have looked like Danny Ainge in the 1981 Sweet 16, just cutting right through the Notre Dame defense. In this case, it'd be the Grizzlies. Boy, Bates has outstanding speed. He had a good year last season for the Thunder. He's really picked up right where he left off. It was a nice ankle-high save by Trent Minor, who hasn't seen a lot of action, but he's done a good job stopping 11 of 12. Fun fact there, when Danny Ainge scored to beat Notre Dame in the 1981 Sweet 16, it's the first and only time BYU's been to the Elite Eight. As Grizzlies win the draw, Dylan Fitz ahead to Messner, lifted over his stick. Messner chases after it. He's got good speed. Messner gets the puck to the left side, centers to Penner. I'll take a righty shot. Kick saved by Gorsuch. Rebound goes to Penner, who gets to Fitz. Fitz left side, feeds across, puck lifts high into the air. Semick gloves it in the right point. Puck around the wall. Dylan Fitz near side. Gets it to Penner. Penner chases after it. Masella in the area. Penner loses the puck in the high slot. Thunder come up with it. Grizzlies back defensively. 4-on-3. They cross center ice. Boucher dumped it in, and Thomas throws it the other way. Fitz rolls it along the wall. Icing is called. Fitz thinks he had a case that icing should have been waved off, but they make the call with 14:46 left in the third. Last night, Tyler Penner, people like those even numbers when they talk about streaks and anniversaries and milestones. Last night was the 150th consecutive game for Penner in a Grizzlies uniform, which is certainly quite an accomplishment. He's the all-time consecutive games holder in the 21st century. We're not sure how many games in a row that Gord Dineen played in a row in the 1990s in the IHL era. Grizz at neutral ice. Penner gets it, the center ice logo, fires a shot. Gorsuch gloves it and immediately drops it to not get a whistle. Grizzlies make a line change. Thunder cross center ice. Nolan Neen gets to the line. Good poke check by Mayhew. As Burke at center ice battles with McEachern. McEachern, the Penn State product, over to Canal, back to McEachern. He skates down the middle. He enters the zone. High slot, lefty shot. Is blocked by the stick of Wesley. Mayhew in the area as well. Stapley throws it in front of Utah's net to Wesley, who lifts it out in the air. He lifts it in the air as Grizz get it. Stapley over to Gallant. One-timer. Left circle goes wide. The puck goes back to Wichita. Canal gets the puck at the Wichita goal line, far side. Grizz make a line change. Good shift by Stapley and Gallant as they come off. As the Thunder start the attack. Peter Bates near side. Fans want action, but, Grizzlies have a 3-goal lead. Time's on their side. As Stenell skates in, he gets dragged by Burke, no call. Grizz get it. Martell skates towards the right circle, take a righty shot. And a pad save by Gorsuch. As Cutler battles along the near side, gets up top for Teixeira. He'll get it across to Martell. Right circle, back to Raby. Raby skates towards his left, trying to get it to Cutler. Bounced off a skate. Teixeira over to Raby in the left point. He'll backhand it to Yoon. Right point, he'll take a righty shot. Glove saved by Gorsuch. And he'll hold on. 13-11 left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Thunder 1. Nobody scored here so far in the third as Utah has taken 40 shots and the Thunder have taken 12. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
(13-11) left in the third period. Utah leads 4-1 here in the rubber match of this three-game series. Seventh and final game of the homestand. Utah 3-3 on the season. Wichita came into play with a record of 4-6-1. Utah wins the draw. They're in the offensive zone as Yoon, high slot, righty shot goes wide. Yoon looking for his first goal as a pro. He's got an assist in all three games this series. As Cutler over to Teixeira. Moore took it away. Leighton Moore moves out to center ice, but it's taken by Yoon, who gets to the Rooster on the right side. Rooster will bounce it off of Bates' skate. Bates now gets it. He throws it to the left side. And they try to shovel to Moore in the high slot. It's picked off. As Cutler, right wing pass to Yoon. Yoon trying to get it back to Cutler. And a stick got in the way. Cutler gets dragged by Pouliot. Yoon trying to get it out in front to Martell. Bounced off of Wichita. As Dockery pushed down Yoon. 3-on-1, 4-on-1. Wichita centers the Bates. Bates with a shot save. Rebound shot goes wide by Dockery. 4-on-1 and the Thunder couldn't score. Grizzlies ice the puck. As the whistle blows with 12:21 left in the third. Well, it's been that kind of night for Wichita for the Grizzlies. 4-on-1. Miner looking around going, how did that happen? But he's glad that the Thunder didn't score. He's probably hoping to see a replay to figure out, where the puck ended up as he ended up kicking it away. There's a replay asking you shall receive. Puck ended up centered to Bates, and then Miner kicked it away. And then Moore had a good look. I thought it was Dockery. Dockery was in the area, and Moore shot it wide. Draw one by the Thunder. They're in the offensive zone. Kelly Bent, left wing, lefty shot. And saved by Miner as he made it about shoulder high and holds on to it. 12:16 left in the third as we get another whistle. Grizzlies will make a line change. What's made tonight's game fun for the Grizzlies is it seems like the type of night where everybody's contributed. It seems like all three forward lines are really contributing, and Jared Power and Dean Yakura, and really all four forward lines have done a good job tonight. Has Bent with a look there, and Miner's been solid tonight. He hasn't been busy, but he's done a good job. As Grizzlies win the face-off, Thomas clears it out. Thunder get it back at center ice. Wallen shovels it in. Miner behind his net. Will spin it along the wall as Roswell, right point, feeds it along. Boucher behind the net. He surveys. He's now in the far corner. He zips it up top for Masella, but he couldn't handle it. Puck skips towards Gorsuch, who's behind his own net. He'll feed it to Masella, the big number 2 defenseman. As Masella, wearing number 2, ahead towards Pouliot and dumped in deep as Thunder get it. Kelly Bent around the net wearing number 76. Bent fakes it to Neen. He's now on the right point and gets pushed out to neutral ice. As Mayhew challenges Bent. Bent throws it off the far wing boards. It goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Josh Wesley skates down the middle. He's got long strides at 6'3". He gets to center ice and dumps it in. As chasing after it's Nolan Neen. He collides with the Yakura. Raby in the area. Puck goes towards the slot. Wichita kicks it back to the near boards. As Dickman gets it. Outlets to center ice. For Watts, he couldn't handle it. Now Watts gets it back off the Wesley. Watts lifts it into the right corner. He hits off the boards on one hop. As it goes to the far corner, deep in the Grizzlies zone. Power gets held up. Yakura skates over there. As Watts takes it away. As goes to the right side. And a good poke check by Jared Power. It goes to center ice. Wichita still in control. Pouliot throws it from one blue line to the other. Teixeira picked it off and got it to Raby. Raby battles with Dickman. As Teixeira, high slot, skates towards the right circles. He's double teamed. Teixeira keeps the puck. Tried to throw it to the opposite corner. It bounced off a Thunder skater and stays in the corner. 2-on-2 battle. Teixeira and Stapley with two Thunder skaters as McEachern holds up Teixeira. Stapley comes out of the pile with the puck near goal line. As Stapley fired towards the net, it's blocked by Canal and goes to McEachern. As he lifts it in the air, it's gloved by Teixeira near the Grizzlies bench and dropped. We're about halfway through the third period. Utah leads 4-1. Stapley wraps it around the wall. It goes to the far side as Wichita loses it. Burke tries to dump it back in. It hits off the linesman. Stapley over to Gallant, left side. Shot saved by Gorsuch. As Gallant had a good look from the left side. Gorsuch makes the save. And all things considered, he's played a pretty decent game. That's Trevor Gorsuch stopping, 37 of 41. He's been very busy. The shot count was 33-10 coming into the period. So Utah has outshot Wichita 8-4 so far in the period. Doing that current side math, I'm just hoping to have enough voice to make it to the end. Utah wins the draw. Corey Thomas, left wing, lefty shot goes wide as it ricochets off the Maverik side. As Stapley, left side, centers it out in front, and Burke couldn't reach it. Gallant, right side, around Wichita's net. It goes to the near side as Burke couldn't reach it. Moore in the near circle, gets pushed by Burke. As Moore throws the center ice, skating over there, Semick. He'll dump it in as he ricochets it off the far glass. Moore gets the puck deep in the Thunder zone as he skates down the middle. Drops it off for Roswell. Ethan Roswell gets the center ice right wing. He'll dump it in. Miner couldn't cut it off. Wesley far side near the boards. Lifts it in the air as the puck skips towards the Thunder zone. Roswell ahead to Wallen. Back to Roswell, who's wearing number 3. He didn't play on Wednesday night. Second game for him in the series. Left wing pass to Bent, who dumps it in from center ice. Miner behind his net. Over to the far side. Puck skipped on Messner's stick. Now Messner gets it back. Tried to move it ahead to Fitz. It bounced off a Thunder skater. As Wichita center ice, Boucher couldn't handle it. As Wesley in his own zone, Boucher back checking. Now Boucher will back out to neutralize. As Wesley behind Utah's net, controlling things. Wesley over 160 games of AHL experience, the son of Glenn Wesley, the former NHL All-Star and Stanley Cup champion, who moves it ahead to Messner, who slides it to Penner near the Grizzlies bench of the Utah blue line. Penner throws it back to the Wichita line as Fitz over to Messner, who gets hit by Wallen. Puck goes to Fitz, now to Mayhew. He gets the center ice. He'll throw it off the far boards, neutral ice. Thunder move it ahead as it's batted by Teixeira. He chases after it. Both teams make a line change. Cutler gets the puck. He skates towards his left as he gets held up as Cutler was skating towards the corner. Riz in the offensive zone, but Wichita took it away. McEachern gets the center ice, fires it off the nothing but cake sign on the left side. Well, that sounds good about right now. Nothing but cakes is about as good as it gets. As Raby down the middle, he gets to neutralize. He crosses the red. Right wing chip to Martell. Martell gains the line but loses the puck. As Canal collides with Raby now out in front. Cutler with a shot. Saved by Gorsuch. As Martell gets the puck, he skates towards his right. He'll take a righty shot. And a blocker saved by Gorsuch as the puck flies out of play off the protective netting. 7:36 left in the third. Neither team scored in the third period. I think the Grizzlies are okay with it because they're up by 3 goals here tonight. And once again, that forward line of Raby, Cutler, and Martell are producing one scoring chance after another. And now it's Stapley, Burke, and Gallant. Well, Gallant's really showed up here in the second half of this game. He's had some good looks. Cole Gallant this season has come into tonight's game. 6 games played, 1 goal and 2 assists. He had a pretty good college career at Western Michigan University. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Thomas couldn't keep it in. He'll back it out to neutralize. Thomas, backhand pass to Stapley out to center ice. Stapley skates towards his right and dumps it in as he was falling down. Thunder get it back. 7:22 left in the third. As Wichita out towards Moore. He gets pushed to the Wichita line by Burke. As Bates will toss it off the near glass. Tyler Keston, the umpire, tries to get out of the way. The linesman as Burke head towards Stapley. Moore gets hit by Stapley. As Wichita re-enters from the left side. Stenell gets it to the left for Bates, who skates around the net. Wrap around, goes wide as he was trying to feather it in front towards Stenell. Center ice, Stapley gets tripped up, and no call is made as we continue to skate 5-on-5. Stenell gets to the blue line, gets pushed by Mayhew. Bent over skates it. It goes to Bates, right side. Siren pass shot, and it's blocked by Semick. As Bates looking for it, it goes to Fitz, who turns it over. Bent, high slot, lefty shot goes wide. Penner at neutral ice. Ahead to Fitz, who chases after it. Fitz and Pouliot collide in the corner. Pouliot with a big hit. As Fitz gets it back in the corner, he'll shovel it up top for Mayhew. Pouliot with a big-time hit on Fitz. As Mayhew skates in, left side shot, saved by Gorsuch. And boy, it looked like there was some intent with that second hit that Pouliot delivered on Fitz. It's Josh Wesley pushing with Wichita. as Stapley, you got. I tell you what, they're really, showing the replays there of what could have been a trip. Just gets the crowd fired up. 6:17 left in the third. And, based on what we saw, Grizzlies could have gotten a power play there. But, hey, it is what it is. Draw's going to be in the left circle. As Messner and Penner talk things over. Faceoff's going to come back to neutral ice. Thunder territory near side. Penner in his 151st consecutive regular season game, 175 if you count the playoffs. 24 playoff games over the last 2 years. He scored 26 goals in a Utah uniform. Penner will take the draw against Jake Wallen. Jake, don't call me Jack. As Wallen's kicked out of the faceoff circle, Kelly Bent will take the draw. Last meeting between these clubs at Maverik Center. They will meet one time at Intrust Bank Arena about halfway through the season. As off the draw, Wichita wins it. As they'll move it ahead to Wallen. He's along the near side. Moved ahead to Boucher, who tapped it off a Wesley skate. And offside is called. Good job by Penner challenging Boucher at the blue line. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left in the third. Don't forget the Grizzlies' next game is going to be at 9:35 in the morning. 10:35 locally in Iowa. First of a 3-game series. Next home game for the Grizz will be a Bud Light College night on Wednesday, November 22nd against Newfoundland. First of a 3-game set. Grizz win the draw. Mayhew skating from right to left. Crosses down the middle. Skates down Broadway. Skates the high slot. Lefty shot goes wide. He tried to go up top on Gorsuch. As Messner along the near goal line. He's played well tonight. Over to Penner, left point. They'll wrap it around the wall. Wesley couldn't reach it. Behind Wichita's net. It goes to Messner as he skates to the corner. Messner gets hit by Masella. Wesley gets the puck. Fires it to Penner. Penner's to the left side. Back to Mayhew. Mayhew left point. Will tap it off the boards. Wesley gets held up. Messner skates towards the net. Masella boxed him out. Fitz collides with Boucher. As Boucher gets the puck, he skates around Wichita's net. 5:25 and counting left in the third. Utah leads 4-1. Thunder get it to Roswell. He gets to neutral ice. They'll feed it to the slot. Watts couldn't reach it. Yoon will tap it off the far wing boards. It goes back to neutral ice where Roswell resets for Wichita. He throws it directly to Keone Teixeira. Problem he plays for the Grizzlies. As Martell left point, couldn't handle it. Neen lifts it over the head of Teixeira. As Yoon chases after it, he gets at the Utah goal line. Out to Raby. It overskates him. And left point. Canal, lefty shot saved by Miner. Now centering pass shot. And it's blocked away by Miner's pads. As Cutler skates along the near wing boards. Gets around Martell and a couple Thunder skaters. Cutler overskates it. McEachran over to Watts. Watts on the left side. Dances around to the point. Across to Betts. Make that knee. He centers it. Yoon picks it off. He'll move it out to center ice for Martell. And Canal with a good poke check as Wichita center ice enters the zone. As Watts gets to the left side. As Bates over to Dickman around the net. Looked to center it out in front, but the puck lifted on him as he was trying to hit Roman Canal. Martell enters the zone 1-on-3. Martell gets dragged down by Pouliot. No call as Martell and his keister. As Wichita comes up with the puck. 4:07 and counting left in the third. Puck at center ice. Semick dumps it back in. And it's offside on Utah. 4:04 left in the third. It's Utah 4, Wichita 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Thunder 1. I'm Tyson Whiting. Neither team scored in the third period, and it doesn't really matter as the Grizzlies in full control. Utah's taken 45 shots. The Thunder have taken 15. As Wichita wins the neutral zone draw, goes back to Brett Stapley, who skates down the middle. Stapley enters the zone. He'll get to the right side for Gallant. It takes a shot. Puck lifts high into the air. Burke hasn't fallen in front of the net. Took a shot. Gorsuch made the save. Now Burke, right side, gets up top for Semick. He fires a shot that's blocked by Moore. And it goes to Stapley. Brett Stapley, left point, as a big push. Pouliot pushes Thomas. Now it goes to Gallant. Left wing shot. Saved by Gorsuch. Rebound goes to Wichita, who iced the puck, but no icing as the Thunder make a line change. Thomas, back deep in the Grizzlies zone, gets the puck. As he skates to the left wing. Thomas to neutral ice, throws to center ice for Gallant. It goes over his stick, but Gallant got a piece of it, no icing, as Gorsuch throws to the far side. As the Thunder across to Roswell, now to center ice for Masella. He gains to the line, right wing. Martin Mayhew cuts him off. And going down is Bent as Penner throws it ahead. Dylan Fitz, right wing. Fitz, toe drag, righty shot, he hits the post. As Fitz looking for the hat trick and missed by an iron. As Mayhew over to Fitz. As Utah still leads 4-1. As Penner enters from the left side. He rolls it along the wall. Wesley gets poke check but keeps the puck. Now he gets the Messner in the slot. He tried to shovel it ahead to Penner as Roswell took it away. Thunder get it to center ice. They'll lightly tap it in as they make a change as Wesley chases after it. He gets the puck. 2:33 left in the third. Utah's up 4-1. Left wing pass to Mayhew. He crosses center ice. Mayhew gains the line as he skates towards the near goal line. And he'll throw it to Yakura. Dean Yakura skates towards the left side. Drops off for Power. Power around the wall. It goes to the near corner as Gallant. Around Wichita's net as Canal pushes him. Yakura skates over there, but Dockery gets there first. As the Thunder throw it back to neutral ice. Teixeira gets it back for the Grizz. As he'll throw it to Mayhew, back to Teixeira. Teixeira throws it to center ice for Gallant. Gallant skates down the middle. Right wing pass to Power. Back to Gallant, who lets it go. Yakura along the goal line, battles with McEachran along the boards. Power comes out with the puck as he joined the play. He'll hit the center, but hit the side of the net. Power gets it back. He'll throw it around Wichita's net. Thunder come up with it. Grizzlies back defensively. Wichita skates from left to right. Dickman, right wing crosses center ice. He'll skate towards his left and drop it off for Penio. Penio, right wing, shot saved by Minor. That was actually Nolan Neem, number 24. It looks pretty similar to Penio. Dickman right side, fires a shot. Minor makes a save. As they got to Dickman in the near goal line. Didn't get much on the shot, and Minor was able to make the stop. 1 minute, 21 seconds left in the third as this baby's in the refrigerator as the Grizz are going to win 2 out of 3 games in this series. Yeah, Neen looks pretty similar to Penio, although I will say I'm not sure I've seen Penio out there on the ice. I don't know if he got hurt. But it looks like Neen's been playing a forward spot at times. Wichita's short some forwards. I'm not sure I saw Penio. I don't think I've seen Penio out there last half of this game for Wichita. As the draw won by the Thunder. They're in the offensive zone. Moore skates towards his right. Now he reverses back to the left. Throws to Pouliot. Left wing shot saved by Minor. Jacob Semick will tap it off the far boards near the Grizzlies bench. Thunder slided across to Stenell. He enters, stops in the right point. He'll throw it to the high slot for Leighton Moore. Lefty shot. Stick saved by Minor as the puck flies out of play. 58 seconds left in the third. Wichita's up to 20 shots. So they've taken 10 so far in the third. Grizzlies, 14 shots in the period. 11 in the first, 22 shots in the second, and 14 here in the third for the Grizzlies. They averaged over 40 shots per game last year against Wichita, winning all 5 contests. Grizz win the faceoff in their own end as Semick throws behind his back as it glides along the far wing boards. Goes back to Semick in the corner. He tried to lift it out and couldn't. As goes to the left point, Moore fakes a shot. Leighton Moore tried to slide to Bates. Good poke check by Semick, who's played a good game as it goes back to center ice. Nolan Nee throws to the left side. It goes out of play over the Grizzlies bench and into row 4 of section 126. The fan comes away with a souvenir. I'm not sure what the attendance was tonight, but we had a pretty good Saturday night crowd. When we consider all the sports and entertainment options out there, we appreciate everybody who chose the Grizzlies tonight. Attendance, 5,337, second largest home crowd of the year. 53-37 the crowd tonight. As it goes to center ice, Utah gets it. Burke enters the zone. Skates towards the circle. Roswell pokes it away. Burke and Roswell push each other in the corner. Less than 20 seconds left as Burke hits the ice. Steeply over to Gallant. Left wing. Righty shot. Glove saved by Gorsuch. As Cole Gallant's had some outstanding looks. He hasn't found the back of the net yet here tonight. But he's had some really good looks here in the second half of this game. And I think if they keep the forward pairings, Grizzlies really have something here. As Steeply, Burke, and Gallant have each played well. We've been talking all night about that Messner, Penner, and Fitz line. They've really made things happen. And obviously the constant here throughout the regular season has been Raby, Cutler, and Martell. Utah wins the draw, 10 seconds left as it goes to Fitz, who's got 2 goals tonight. Sharp angled shot goes wide. Fitz hit the crossbar on his chance of a hat trick a couple minutes ago. As time runs out, Masella goes after Wesley, as that will do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies won 4-1, and there is no doubt about it. As Dylan Fitz scored 2 goals, Josh Wesley had 2 assists, and Brett Stapley had 1 goal and 1 assist. Trent Miner gets the victory. He stopped 19 of 20 as the Grizzlies win 2 out of 3 games in this series, and they ended up with a winning homestand, going 4-3 in the first homestand of the year. The Grizz will be on the road next week against the Iowa Heartlanders for a 3-game set before returning to Maverik Center for a 3-game series against the Eastern Conference powerhouse Newfoundland Growlers. The Grizz salute their great fans here at Maverik Center, 5,388 of them, second largest home crowd of the season. And what made this victory feel good is everybody contributed to the cause. Brian Yoon now has an assist in 3 straight games. He paired well with Keone Teixeira. Jared Power played well. Dean Yakura contributed. Everybody played well for Utah tonight as Grisby waves the flag near the Bud Light sign. And what can you say? Grizz in the last 4 periods have really played outstanding hockey. The last 4 periods, the Grizzlies have outscored the Thunder 7-1. Utah heads to the locker room victorious. When we come back in 30 seconds, we'll have the post-game show and give you the 3 stars of the game as everybody heads home happy as the Grizzlies defeat the Thunder 4-1 here on a Saturday night. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
3 stars of the game. Number 3 star is Josh Wesley, who had 2 assists for the Grizz tonight, both of them coming on the power play. Wesley actually led the Grizzlies with 7 shots tonight. The number 2 star with 1 goal and 1 assist, Brett Stapley. I think Grizzlies fans are really going to like him. He was a college teammate with Kyle Mayhew at the University of Denver. He won a national championship a couple years ago as he gives a fan a shirt in section 114. 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. He's got a point in each of his 2 games with Utah. The number 1 star tonight, Dylan Fitz, who scored Utah's first 2 goals, including the game winner, 4:58 into the second period. Fitz was one of the constants for the Grizzlies last season, and it looks like he's a constant here. And really, as I mentioned before, what made this victory so sweet for the Grizzlies is the fact that every forward line was contributing and playing well. All 6 defensemen chipped in and played a good game. Led by Josh Wesley. And I thought Kyle Mayhew played well. He blocked a shot late in the first period and looked like he was hurting a bit. But obviously he came back in and played well. And Trent Miner had a good game, stopping 19 of 20 as he picks up his second win of the year. And, for the Grizzlies, they end the first homestand of the season on a winning note, winning 2 in a row and, going 4-3. And that's certainly what the doctor ordered after losing on Wednesday and then falling behind 4-1 halfway through Friday's game. To be able to put the effort that the Grizzlies did over the last, I'd say, 80 minutes of play. Third period last night, and obviously all 3 periods here tonight. the big theme coming into tonight's game was playing a full 60 minutes, because the Grizzlies haven't had too many of those games so far this year where they've played a full 60. Tonight, I think that you can honestly say that the Grizzlies played a full 60 minutes tonight. That's something that they wanted to end the homestand with, and they can head to Iowa feeling good about the way they're playing. Iowa's one of those teams that they've been down in the standings. Last season they were down a little bit, and this year off to a bit of a slow start, even though they won tonight 2-1 against Kalamazoo. The Grizzlies, can go to Iowa if they put together a good road trip, come back, and by Thanksgiving, you're talking about that 3-game series against Newfoundland, have a winning record here back on the homestand. And, for the Grizzlies, you obviously with a lot of home games here to start the regular season, 10 of the first 13 games. It's important for the Grizzlies to protect home ice, and they certainly did that here in the last 2 nights. Utah was a 500 team on the road. They were 16-16-4 on the road last year, picking up exactly half of the possible standings points. And, obviously it's going to be big for the Grizzlies to take care of ice, take care of home ice. But, if you're thinking about that formula that could get you a good seed in the playoffs, you're obviously talking about finishing about 500 or a little bit better than 500 on the road. Hats off to the ice crew. There were some significant ice issues a few hours before face-off, and luckily they did an outstanding job. And even though at times it looked a little bit slushy there in the final 40 minutes, they did a great job making the ice surface playable for tonight's game. Let's go over the scoring in this one, as Dylan Fitz got a power play goal, 12:34 in, his first of the year and first of 2 in the contest. Teixeira and Josh Wesley with the assists. Grizz led 1-0 after 1. They outshot the Thunder 11-5. Fitz got a breakaway, 4:58 into the second period. He skated down the middle. He's not a guy that puts on a ton of moves. He really only made one move, just skated down the middle, very matter-of-fact-like, and then just kind of went to his left, backhand shot, and it went over Trevor Gorsuch. And that gave they gave Utah a 2-0 lead, and specifically gave Dylan Fitz a 2-0 lead. Brett Stapley with the lead pass out to center ice. And then once Fitz was able to collect the pass, it was one-on-one between him and Gorsuch. And Fitz won that battle. That made it a 2-0 game. I think you have to tip your hat to Wichita. Grizz had all the momentum, but it looked like Wichita really put together a good effort to try to climb back in the game. Peter Bates scored his 4th of the series and 7th of the year. 11:55 into the second. Braden Watts and Roman Canal with the assists. Peter Bates was outstanding. He might have been the best player on both teams in this series. He had Wichita's only goal tonight. Last night, 2 second-period goals, and on Wednesday, ended up with 1 goal and 1 assist. So hats off to Peter Bates, who had a great year for Wichita last year, and it looks like he's off to a fast start this season. Grizz got back on the power play after Braden Watts got a slashing minor, 14:30 in. And Brett Stapley picked up his first in a Grizzlies uniform as he scored on a toe drag from the right side, as he did a good job making sure that he was able to get some free room there, as a Thunder player had his stick in the way, and he did a good job making sure to put himself in position to where he could get that shot off and not worry about a Thunder defenseman getting a stick in the way. Stapley with the goal, Wesley and Martell with the assist, time of goal 15:50 into the second. That was Utah's second power play goal of the night. The Grizz ended the evening 2 for 4 on the power play. That means over the last 2 games, the Grizzlies are 3 for 5 on the power play. They haven't had a ton of power play so far through 7 games, but it looks like they've done a pretty good job in that department. Wichita's got one of the best power play units in the league, and Utah was a perfect 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Stapley, made it 3-1. 26 seconds later, it was Jared Power getting his first of the year and second as a pro, as he scored 1 goal for Utah at the end of last season. We talked all night about how well Mick Messner's played, displaying outstanding speed. He was along the near goal line, just feathered it across, and Power made it count. There was a moment there at the very end of the first period where Gorsuch must have thought the period had ended. He just kind of casually flipped the puck to the blue line. Power picked it off and had an open net with about 2 seconds left and fired away and just missed wide. So it had to feel good for Jared Power to pick up that goal, knowing that he had an easy one there at the end of the first period and just just missed it wide. So I had to feel good for Power. Messner and Yoon with the assist on the Power goal, 16-16 in. And for Brian Yoon, that means he picked up an assist in each of the 3 games in this series. Messner with an assist in back-to-back games. And when Utah took a 4-1 lead, that was pretty much all she wrote in terms of who was going to win this game. Grizz did a great job controlling the puck, and they certainly did a great job in terms of getting scoring chances. You talk about tonight, 48 shots. The off-ice officials awarded 30 scoring chances for the Grizzlies tonight. So all things considered, you can say that Trevor Gorsuch played a pretty good game, stopping 44 of 48 in the loss. Trent Miner for Utah stopped 19 of 20. Neither team committed a penalty in the third period, or there was penalty type of plays, but there wasn't anything called in the third period. There also wasn't any goals in the third. Dylan Fitz had a chance of the hat trick with a couple minutes left, and he hit the crossbar. And boy, I'm wearing the head, with the headset, it's tough to really hear a lot of things. And I think I even can hear it from up here. Pretty tough there as Fitz was looking for the hat trick and came just, as Maxwell Smart would say, missed it by that much. Fitz almost had it there, but he played an outstanding game with the 2 goals, and he was the number 1 star this evening. He was on that line with Messner and Penner, and of those 30 scoring chances the Grizzlies had, that line was probably, it's hard to really say, at least 6 or 7 of them. That line really played well, and I don't want to make too much of a mention of it, but that's really what makes this game feel so good and why it was exciting to have the comeback victory on Friday. Tonight was about the best 60 minutes from start to finish the Grizzlies have played all year. That's what makes this one such a good win, is the Grizzlies playing a full 60 minutes. So they won 2 out of 3 games against Wichita. There will be one more meeting later on in the regular season, about halfway through the year in Wichita. And it's kind of odd only playing a division opponent 4 times here in an unbalanced schedule. In fact, the Grizzlies will play Newfoundland more times than they play Wichita this year, because obviously geographically that makes a lot of sense. Newfoundland's so far east, they're in their own time zone, and yet we play them more than we play the Wichita Thunder, who are in our own division. Go figure. That'll about wrap things up here from Maverik Center. Well, I was hoping to have enough voice till the end. I might have. I'm not sure. We got through it. We had a lot of fun here tonight. Second largest crowd of the regular season so far. 5,337 here at Maverik Center in a game that lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes. Once again, the 3 stars, Josh Wesley, who had 2 power play assists, and he led the Grizz with 7 shots. He's the number 3 star. Number 2 star is Brett Stapley with 1 goal and 1 assist, and the number 1 star is Dylan Fitz, who scored each of Utah's first 2 goals of the night and came 1 post away from getting the hat trick. Trent Miner stopped 19 of 20. He gets his second win of the year. Trevor Gorsuch actually played pretty well in defeat, stopping 44 of 48. Well, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I know the Grizzlies fans enjoyed the final outcome as everybody's headed for the exits. It looked like everybody had a good time tonight. And that's really what it's all about. It's a winning homestand for the Grizzlies. They went 4-3, and they also picked up 2 out of 3 games in this series. Next broadcast of Grizzlies hockey will be on Wednesday morning. That's right, Wednesday morning at 9:35. Grizzlies will take on the Iowa Heartlanders for the first road game of the season. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. We'll talk to you on Wednesday morning right here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.